The wait is over. The lights are on. Tonight, the grind meets glory. Every hit, every yard, every moment. It is earned, not given. This place becomes our house, our field. This is Wampus Cat territory.
This is Atoka Wampus Cat football on KHKC. Video stream brought to you by Steubenville Ford. Today's game is also brought to you by Ameristate, All Prissied Up, C-Mac Dirtwork, and Brown's Funeral Service.
Long pass down the field. It's caught. 20-10 touchdown.
The Atoka Wampus Cats are sponsored by D&H Wholesale Tires, your farmer's insurance agent, Lucinda Holland, Genesis Abstract, and First Bank. Atoka Athletics is also brought to you by Family Health Center of Southern Oklahoma, Hatter Boys Wrecker Services, your shelter insurance agent, Logan Daniel, and The Barber Shop.
In the ace formation, and they're going to sweep this one out. Looks like it's going to be a running back pass. He's wide open. It is caught at the 25-yard line. 10-5 touchdown.
Also sponsoring Wampus Cat Sports, Ritter Express Pharmacy, Shamrock Bank, Westside Dental, The RX Shop, and Custom Dental.
3rd down and 12 is what they've got on the board. And looking to go deep down the field, and it is caught! Wow! What a play by Malachi Brooks.
Peyton Pugh back to pass. He's looking deep for number 2, Prince Coleman.
Caught!
The pass is caught, and he is headed towards the end zone.
10, touchdown.
Now let's head to the field with the voices of your Atoka Wampus Cats, Kaylin Nagorski and Michael Gabbard.
Well, no Kayla Nagorski today. We do have Ryan Kruger with us, and it is Wampus Cats football as we've got the national anthem. We're going to step aside for just 2 seconds to hear this. Usually with the national anthem, that means that it's football time. It is Friday Night Lights in Antlers as the Wampus Cats getting ready to take on the Antlers Bearcats. Michael Gabbard, Ryan Kruger here tonight as Kaylin has stepped aside to do a lot of the October 31st Halloween festivities and things of that nature. While they go through the prayers and everything else, we're going to step aside and take a quick break. It is KHKC 102.1 FM, The Brand.
This is Eric Steubenville, inviting you to buy the Steubenville way.
Whether you're looking for open roads
or you like them built tough,
there is only one way to buy your vehicle.
And that's the Steubenville way.
Steubenville Chevrolet, 851 Westside Drive in Durant, and SteubenvilleChevrolet.com.
And Steubenville Ford, 1601 South Mississippi in Atoka, and SteubenvilleFord.net.
The Steubenville family of dealerships,
proudly serving you and your communities.
In a world full of possibilities and firsts, you need neighbors in your corner, experts who have your back, and a cheering section to keep you going. That's why we're here. For 100 years and counting, we've been the first bank of dreaming big, and the first bank of what's next. At First Bank, we believe that anything's possible, and we're here to help you believe it too. First Bank, here for possibilities.
45% of people put off buying life insurance according to industry research. Insuring yourself and your family can help you be more prepared in the event of an illness or a tragic accident. Call your local farmer's agent, Lucinda Holland, and discover coverage options you can tailor to your priorities and budget. To learn more about your coverage options, call Lucinda Holland at 580-889-3745.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Life insurance issued by Farmers New World Life Insurance Company, Bellevue, Washington. Industry research conducted by Lima, and Life Happens in 2021. Ritter Express Pharmacy in Atoka has been serving as your local hometown team. Since 1972, the Ritter family has been dedicated to your health and well-being. Now with the third generations in pharmacy school and medical school, they are continuing to strive to bring the latest in healthcare innovation to our community. They understand life is busy and have 2 convenient drive-through windows and are well known for their fast and friendly service. Ritter Express Pharmacy is very appreciative of the support of the community over the last 50 years and will continue to work hard and evolve to earn your business. If you need free delivery, a vaccination, a wheelchair, a brace, specialty compounding, a unique request, or just good medical advice you can trust from people that care and are invested in the community, then Ritter Express Pharmacy has you covered. Choose Ritter Express Pharmacy. Experience the personalized care you deserve. Ritter Express Pharmacy is your trusted partner in health.
All right, welcome into KHKC 102.1 FM. This is Michael Gabbard, Ryan Kruger tonight for Atoka Wampus Cat football as we get set for an exciting district game and one that matters because the Atoka Wampus Cats have to win too if they want any chance to get into the playoffs this season. And Antlers looking at the same thing right now. We'll go over district play and everything else that's coming up here tonight and the importance of tonight's game. But this is 2 teams that have had their struggles nonetheless, but at the same token have a lot of talent. Antlers is one of those teams. They are very big, very talented up front, and we'll talk a little bit about them coming up right now. As Ryan, man, good to have you on the broadcast. It's your first time with me.
Happy Halloween, brother.
Happy Halloween,
I can't
man.
think of a place I would rather be tonight than beautiful skies, 61 degrees, and some football. So let's get it going tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've been here at the field for a little while. I got here about 4 o'clock, and a lot of kids out here wearing their Halloween gear. And I know a lot of towns are doing Halloween tonight. And some of those cities moved it the weekend before because of the chances of rain, and then had to move it back to October 31st. And it's kind of like saying we're doing Christmas right now on the 21st instead of the 25th or whatever.
Hey, it's Halloween. That's when it should be done, right?
Yeah. I know. So, but we're about 8 minutes away from the start of this game. And taking a look at both teams right now, when you look at district play, you've got Vian sitting at that number 1 spot and Valiant, both 5-0 in the district. They're pretty much a lock-in, or they are a lock-in for playoffs this season, and just separated by 2 points in the district. When you look at Antlers and Atoka, they're separated by 2 spots. You've got Antlers in that 4th spot. You've got Henrietta in that 5th spot, and then Atoka right behind them, Morrison Spiro. So Atoka needing 2 big wins here, especially against the number 4 ranked team in district play, Antlers, tonight. And they are actually led by one of our former players, Kaiser Mullins, who they say is an absolute stud this season. He is their playmaker if they can get him the football. Now, the issue that Antlers has seen is that they have switched up a lot on offense week after week at that quarterback position, the running back position, trying to figure out what they're going to do right on offense, where Atoka on the other end, a ton of freshmen on this team. We're talking about freshmen at the running back position, in some cases outside of McCall at the quarterback, ton of the wide receiver positions, and also on the offensive defensive line. So,
there's a ton of talk
yeah,
about.
Absolutely.
One thing that I really like is it's been fun watching Atoka grow this season. They started off rough. They made some of their own switches at quarterback.
Yeah.
And it's been really fun to watch them grow. And the way this league is designed, it allows these teams maybe to sneak into the playoffs, but by the time they get there, they've found their identity. They know who they are.
You know, and again, youth is a big factor in that
huge.
size. I mean, when you can win a ton of games at the 8th grade level and come in and lose ball games, we learned that from a couple of teams a few years back. But you have game time experience as a freshman. I don't think that's something we had when we were in high school.
No, not at all. No, that's the good news is Atoka's got some talent coming up. They've got some talent. I've been able to watch some middle schoolers. They're just a little thin. They're thin on the line. Not to say these boys haven't worked their tails off and aren't good, but they're just a little undersized. And let me tell you, they've got some talent coming. I think they're a year or two away, and they're going to have a breakout season.
Well, I mean, we talk about this freshman class. I mean, you've got guys like Connor Ritchie, who has been electric the last couple of games, put up a ton of points last week against Spiro, where they got a 41-12 victory at home. And you want to get your first road win here tonight. You've had 2 games where you've won some ball games, but they've both been at home. So a big road win, especially in crunch time when you need a win to get into the playoffs, would be just exciting, I think, for this fan base.
Absolutely. Another freshman that I'd like to mention is Ryan Barton. He started the year at quarterback, and let me tell you, that kid is gifted. That kid is gifted. He is going to be a star in a couple years. You know, at the pro level and even the college level, you can build your teams around certain players, but at the smaller high schooler level, unfortunately, you got to play with what you got. And as I mentioned earlier, the line is just not quite there yet. And I think Barton's a pocket quarterback. Yeah, and he just needs a little time. But in the meantime, Richie's doing a great job. He's going to be a star in his own right. I'm not sure if he'll be quarterback next year, but wherever he goes, he's going to be just fine.
You know, we talk about Ryan Barton a lot on the broadcast, too, because he's one of those kids. I mean, you look at the arm talent, it's phenomenal as a freshman. Richie just kind of gives you a little bit of that extra in the run game, which is what this offense needs right now, too, because of the production in the running game against a lot. I mean, when we look at this district, I mean, let's just take a look at it. You've got Vian, Valiant. Wilburton was the big surprise. Wilburton's got 2 losses in the district right now, but at the same token, they're 6-2. Who would have seen that? They only had 5 wins over the last 4 seasons.
Yeah, where'd they come from?
So to see what they've done this season is incredible. They were an extremely potent team. They had a great running back, maybe one of the best running backs in the entire state, at least in 3A. And then, you've got teams like Henrietta that are creeping up and down a little bit. Antlers kind of in that same position.
It goes back to what I said before.
Talented
district. And like I said before, these teams, sometimes it takes 4, 5, 6 games to find out who you are. And the way this is set up, where you can lose 4, maybe even 5 games and still sneak your way in.
Absolutely.
And that doesn't mean you're a bad team and don't need to be there. That means, you know what, maybe you finally found who you are, and you can make some ripples in the playoffs.
I tell you what's going to make a ripple in something. That's that Wilburton game tonight. Wilburton's going to be at Wilburton against the number 4 ranked team in the state, Valiant, a team that has not lost yet. I would love to see how that game turns out, because if Wilburton can get a big win, that kind of shakes things up. But it also ruins Atoka's chances of getting into the playoffs. And we'll discuss more on that coming up here in just a short bit, too. Holdenville and Davis are playing tonight. You also have where's that game? Vian at Morris. That should be a pretty easy walk in the park for Vian, the number 1 ranked team in the state. Dibble is at Colgate tonight on our sister station, so tune into that one later on at the conclusion of this one, and you will be able to watch the Colgate Wildcats take on. And we got the teams going out to the field. I didn't see who won the toss, but I'm going to assume, just based on what's lined up, Atoka will be kicking this one off to Antlers.
You know, I'm really curious tonight. I'm looking forward to seeing see if Atoka can tame the outside. The last couple weeks I've watched them, they've really gotten burned coming around the outside, and I'm curious if those defensive ends and the outside linebackers can contain that outside. If they can keep everything inside tonight, I think Atoka's going to have some success, but they've got to keep them from getting around the edge.
Absolutely agree with you. We've got 12 minutes on the clock. We're still waiting on our camera person, so I'm going to have to run camera right now. She can't find anywhere to park.
That's all right, man. You can do it all, man. We got it. We got it.
I've been doing this in football, basketball, and by the way, we do want to say thank you to all of our listeners that tune in each and every week and support Atoka Wampus Cat Athletics, especially our sponsors. Our video stream is brought to you by Steubenville Ford of Atoka. Big shout out to them, as well as our other sponsors on the broadcast tonight. We'll go over that sponsor list in just a short bit. 12 minutes on the clock, and it is game time in Antlers. A cool 61 degrees to start, and kind of a close quarters here as Atoka will kick things off to Antlers to start the game. See what this defense can do early on against a very questionable Antlers offense here. And here's the kick. It is short, and we got a stoppage on the play.
I don't see a flag. I'm not sure what happened out there.
Not sure either. I don't see flags. Okay, there's one flag.
Where do you see the flag at? I missed it.
What I'm saying, they say there's a flag. We don't see a
no,
flag.
I don't see one. What are they backing them up 5 yards, doing this again?
And they don't have the pink flags tonight like we saw last week.
That's another thing that I have noticed Atoka this year. Maybe it's a new head coach. They've done so much better on penalties this year.
Yes.
Oh, last year they
Absolutely.
just shot themselves in the foot over and over with penalties. Haven't seen that as much this year. They've done a great job.
We did at the very beginning of the year, but they've cleaned things up on that regard quite a bit over the course of the season. And the penalties have not been a big factor.
No, they have not.
And
which is good to see.
Caught and kicks up near the painted numbers of the 40 and out of bounds.
That was some good swarming defense right there. They were all over him. He didn't have much of a chance.
So Antlers will set up on offense for the first time tonight.
You know who I like watching? Wade McCall, man.
Oh, man.
Man, I like watching that kid. He is all over the field. He's always running. He's always firing this team up, man. He is a senior they are going to miss next year. I've really enjoyed watching him the last 4 years.
You know, I have had the pleasure of watching all the McCall boys over the last few years, and they've all been extremely talented, and Wade is not any different in that regard. And
he just looks so comfortable out there. He knows what he's doing. He knows where he's going.
We'll see him on offense and defense. As the handoff will go to number 22, Keaton Barrick, the junior running back.
And they did a good job of keeping him from getting outside there. They kept the defensive ends, kept him in. That's perfect.
2-yard gain on the play. It'll bring up second down here for the Antler Bearcat offense. And they're at the quarterback position. The handoff. A little misdirection.
Yeah, they lost me on that one. That was a nice play.
And it's enough for a first down. Running quarterback for Antlers right now, Ethan Williams, the junior, plays a lot of wide receiver and cornerback as well.
And from my understanding, he did not start the year at quarterback.
No. From what we heard from Antlers officials, they've had a few changes at that quarterback position, just trying to find their identity. And right now, it's working out pretty well. They've got their first down of the night. Here's the handoff once again.
Misdirection.
Caught in the backfield, breaks off a couple of tackles, and then it's hit near the line for a first down. And I think they might have, they're about a yard shot of that first down.
Well, what I've seen so far, and I've mentioned this earlier, I bet Antlers has, 20 pounds per guy more than Atoka does. And I mentioned earlier they need to keep them from getting outside, but the last couple plays they've run right up the gut, and they've got, 9-10 yards of play. Those linebackers are going to have to step up and fill those holes.
They're going to say 2nd down and 2, and the handoff left side. They're going to cut it out towards the painted numbers of the 40, down to about the 30-yard line, close.
I think Wade McCall's going to be feeling that one. I know we were just talking about it, but he put his head down, kind of got ran over there. But, man, I respect that. He went toe-to-toe with that running back. Nice job.
So another first down, and so far a very positive possession for Antlers on their first drive of the game. And they're set up once again in this pistol set. They're going to hand quarterback keeper and cuts left side, nowhere to go. Breaks past 2, now big yardage down to the 10-5 and out of bounds inside the 5-yard line.
They had that play stopped. The defensive end linebackers came in on a sweep to the left side. They had him stop. To the quarterback's credit, step back inside, and nobody was there.
Ethan Williams took nothing and turned it into a huge game, and now you're inside the red zone for the first time tonight.
Yep. No, Atoka did an initial nice job on that, but no one that was there on the backside.
So again, pistol set, 9:58 remaining on the clock, still in the opening quarter of today's game, and a handoff up the middle, inside through the B gap, and that is a touchdown for Ben Copeland.
Michael, I got to say, I think you could have run through that hole. That was a big hole. No one even touched him going in.
Wide open through the middle, and Antlers puts up 6 points, and they will score on their first possession of tonight's game. Just an outstanding drive, running the football especially.
I would almost argue that was a dominant drive. They walked right down the field there.
And so I think we are setting up for a 2-point conversion. And they are. So here's out of the shotgun. Copeland, who ran that one in, is looking to throw. Defense pressure in the backfield. The good blocking throws this one out to the end zone over the extended arms of their wide receiver. And Brand Copeland unable to bring it down. And so 6-0 is our score. We'll be right back here on KHKC 102.1 FM, The Brand.
There I was, driving through town when, bam, tire pops, keys lock themselves inside, and the truck slides halfway into a ditch. Lucky for me, I know a number, 364-4813, Hatter Boys Wrecker Service. They show up faster than a raccoon on a corn dog. Pull me out, fix my flat, pop the lock, and the price, life-saving. So when your ride goes kaplunk, call Hatter Boys at 364-4813. Hatter Boys Wrecker Service, turning roadside whoopsies into yeehaws.
AmeriState Bank has been serving southeastern Oklahoma and North Texas for over 100 years. All of our products and services are available both online and in person, serving you in a friendly and professional atmosphere. At AmeriState Bank, you're more than a customer, you're a neighbor and a friend. From checking accounts to real estate loans, we've got you covered. We have 5 locations to serve you in Atoka, Antlers, Hugo, Tishomingo, and Sherman, Texas. Call, come by, or visit our website today at AmeriStateBank.com. AmeriState Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Welcome back as we are live kickoff, and we've got flags out on the field.
I hope that doesn't come back. That was a great return. Who was that, Richie?
That was number 19,
Gage
Crenshaw.
Oh, man, Crenshaw, nice job. That was about a 40-yard return, got down to the Bearcats, 35, but it looks like it may be coming back. We'll see.
And they're having a discussion right now with Luke Ring as our official professional camera lady has come back into the action. Thank goodness, because I was doing a pretty awful job on that. I'm going to assume this is probably a block in the back.
Block in the back. Yep, coming back. Darn it.
Well,
that's a 60-yard penalty when you look at what could have been versus what is.
Hey, you know what? This just makes a drive where you can pat stat a little bit more, right?
Yeah, there we go. Well, there's that silver lining. Nice job. Yeah. Well, this is a big drive. This is a big drive for Atoka.
You got to answer right here.
Yeah, they came out with a pretty dominant drive. Atoka really didn't have an answer that first drive, so let's see what Atoka can do, see if they can answer here.
You'll have Connor Ritchie there at the running back position. You'll have McCall in the backfield with him. 2 wide receivers set right and left as the line shifts right now. The ball placed down the middle of the field, and Ritchie will hold on to this one. Defense swarming up to about the 38-yard line before finally being dragged down, and it is a positive gain, but it'll bring up second down and long.
You know, that's right there. No, it wasn't a big gain, but that's why Ritchie is at quarterback right now. His legs are pretty impressive. He runs hard, puts his head down. It was a nice little gain.
That vision, and we talked about this over the course of the season. They kind of shifted their offensive mindset a little bit from the beginning of the year to now. They're finding a lot more creases up the middle, where at the beginning of the season they were trying to hit those outside corners
and they wanted to
create
throw
things to the outside. And
they wanted to throw and just couldn't do it.
Things have really come forth a little bit more up the middle of the football
field.
Great
run. Good run.
The Wampus Cats, as the run is past the first down marker, and Ritchie will pick up the first down, and so that's a good sign here with 8:55 still to go in the first.
Yeah, another keeper just to the right side, nothing special. We tell you, him and McCall, man, just the 1-2 punch. I think those guys can. I mean, honestly, if they had the same number, I'm not sure I could tell which one's which.
You know, Ritchie has been phenomenal. He was our player of the week last week, and. You know, the other Player of the Week award that they give to the students, he has received it a couple of times. He's done a phenomenal job this season, again, as a freshman. Lower in the boom will be Wade McCall as he picks up positive yardage, and it'll bring up
a little pushing and shoving going on.
Or is that third down?
That was first down.
That's right.
Yep.
Okay. It'll be second down at about, 3?
Yeah, great run by McCall. Yeah, he put his head down, ran right into the defense, carried him for about 3 yards after contact. So puts him in a nice second down position.
So it is second down, 8 minutes to go. First quarter, handoff. This is Tegan Richardson, and he's going to get past the first down markers all the way down to the 35-yard line. I love seeing the ball in Tegan Richardson's hands. He was a great fullback for the Wampus Cats last year in that I formation set, and to see him come back out into these situations and get to run the football is a very good move by this coaching staff.
I would love to see him get the ball more. He's a tank, man. You could tell he's just I wouldn't call him short, but he's not super tall, but he's just built. Man, you can tell he's just strong. Big, thick legs.
Strong kid.
Yeah.
Well, if you know his dad's a big weightlifter as well.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Shotgun.
But I'd like to see him.
Patrolman. Shotgun formation, and Richie's going to hold on to this one. It is a quarterback keeper all the way. Cuts up left side of the field, trips, and gets close to that first down marker. I can't tell whether he's short.
There was no doubt on Richie's keeps tonight that he's keeping the ball. He gets the ball and he's gone. He's not doing any fakes. He's not doing any play action. He's just going.
They're moving the ball very well on this drive. And what have they not done so far?
Yeah, this is great. They haven't thrown the ball.
They haven't thrown the ball once.
No, and again, that's the big difference between Richie and Barton. You know, the Barton was the thrower, and I just think they needed to run focus.
And here's the handoff. McCall going up the middle, dodges past two defenders.
Oh, he did a great
past the first down.
Great job of holding on to that ball. Do you see those defenders going after it? Great job.
He got past two small tackles and was able to pick up the first down. And just like that, you're in around the red zone for the first time tonight. You're not at the red zone just yet, but you're right there on the fringe of it. And here's shotgun once again, two running back set. Richie will hold it with a huge block coming from Tegan Richardson on that left side as he goes up the B gap and picks up positive yardage.
Well, even regardless of the outcome of this drive, we've learned early that Atoka can run on these guys. They've got some holes. Line's doing a great job of creating some holes. This is going to be a battle tonight. I'll be curious if we see any passing going on tonight.
Right. We haven't seen it at all from.
No.
But I mean, we saw it from Antlers in 2 plays. But outside of that, yeah, it has been a run-heavy offensive day for both teams, and Atoka trying to tie things up as they are in the red zone. Shotgun, or actually under center is Richie, and handoff. McCall gets past one tackle, and I believe that is going to pick up a first down.
Misdirection there. He took the ball to the left side, went right up the gut. They've just been pounding it right up the middle,
Now, the hard part about calling a game in Antlers in our position right now is we can't see what's actually about to happen on the field. This is the worst part for us to call here, but we will try to do our best.
They're to our far right.
Handoff. And down, that was Keegan Richardson, or not Keegan Richardson.
Number 9.
Javen Keaton.
Nice run. That was designed to go out to the left side on a sweep. The linebackers came up, forced him to cut back into the middle. What do you get, 4 or 5 yards off that?
Yeah, picked up great yardage.
Yep, did a great job.
The ball, I believe, is on the 7. Handoff up the middle and down.
It was Tegan, I believe.
Yeah, you can't see where the ball is right now, so we just basically have to wing it at this point.
Yeah, it's difficult to see. We got a little spoiled at Atoka.
I know, we're pretty spoiled everywhere we go.
Yep,
but Antlers, they're working on building a new area over here for all of the broadcast crews. So
Antlers did a good job on that. That was some pretty good swarming defense right there. But there must have been 7 guys that got up from that pile.
It's 3rd down and 5, however, for the offense, and now Richie swings inside and dodges one and then gets brought down pretty much at the line of scrimmage. So now you got a big decision right here. It's 4th down and 5. Do you go with it or do you kick the field goal?
I think what we saw from Antlers on their first drive, I think you got to go for it, brother. I do.
Take the opportunity at points, or
I do.
Risk those points. And I think they're going to go for it. And I think you're right. That's a good call. Take momentum away from Antlers if you have the ability. And going to keep it right side. Drug down in the backfield.
Who was that?
Great defense.
Number 50?
Number 50 of the defense. That was Cade Sorrells.
Oh, man, came right up behind him. Almost looked like a horse collar at first, but no, grabbed his jersey, brought him down from behind. That was a nice play. Nice play.
I believe Cade is the brother of Isaac Sorrells. who is a phenomenal football and basketball player here for the Antlers Bearcats for years.
Have you ever heard the expression "bend, don't break"? That's exactly what happened.
Exactly what happened.
Yeah, that was what happened with Antlers there, man. Atoka walked right down the field until they got to the 10-yard line, and Antlers just stiffened up. That was a nice defensive
Now
stand.
Antlers has to go 95 yards for Pater.
Well, I think they'll come up running right up the middle again.
It is starting to get chilly here in Antlers as both teams out on the field. Antlers has the football at the 5-yard line, tracked down.
Got for safety?
Was that a
Safety?
It is a safety.
Are they marking it? No, I don't think. Yes, it is.
They did mark the safety.
Yes, it is. Oh, that was huge.
So Atoka will tack on 2 points and get the football back.
Oh, that was big. That was big.
Maybe they had that drawn up.
Maybe that was all their plan. Yep, absolutely.
Hey,
so I got a question. If I would have told you at the beginning of the game with 4 minutes left in the first, it's going to be 6-2. Not sure on that one.
I mean, and of course the clock has been running quick because there has been so much running in tonight's game.
I don't even think, have they gone even out of bounds on a run? I can't even, maybe once?
Antlers did once.
Yeah, I think Antlers did once.
That's it. So the clock has pretty much been running this entire time.
What I am thrilled to see so far, one thing I hate going to football games and seeing blowouts. I want to see competitive football, regardless of the outcome. I want to see teams go at it, and I don't want to see a 50-20 score.
Unless we're the ones scoring.
Of course, my home team. But as a football fan, I want to see a good game, and so far it's delivered.
Both two teams are fighting pretty hard here at the very beginning, the first quarter. We've got 4:01 remaining in the first. Michael Gabbard again, Ryan Kruger filling in today. We appreciate you as always.
I'm thrilled to be here, brother. I'm glad. This is so much fun.
Hey, we're going to talk about your business coming up at halftime.
Awesome. Appreciate that.
What you've got going on.
You know what makes this so fun is I love talking football, and so my wife will never go to games with me because all I do is talk about it. But now, man, I got to sit here with headphones on, talking football. This is terrific.
Are you an OU fan or
we're not from Oklahoma, and I'm graduated from Washington State University. Go Cougs, go Cougs.
Yeah.
Any Cougs out there?
Well, you got to be a Mateer fan, aren't you?
A what?
Mateer fan?
Mateer?
John Mateer played at Washington State.
Oh yeah, John Mateer. Yeah. Yeah, we were talking about Drew Bledsoe earlier. He's probably the biggest name to come. And then we really don't want to talk about Ryan Leaf. We don't want to talk about that one. We don't really want to talk about that one.
Oh man, hey, you know what? He's not considered the biggest bust in NFL history anymore after what's his name from LSU.
Yes, yeah.
So there's that. And here is the punt. It is short and caught at the 45-yard line, up the field and down in positive territory at about the 37, maybe the 38-yard line.
Yeah, they're going to start with good field position. Good field position. That was a good run back. What do you run that back? About 25 yards? That was nice.
Very good run. They caught it at the 35, and now they're in Antlers territory for the second time tonight. And, of course, if you're just now tuning in, our score is 6-2. Antlers scored on their very first position. They missed on the 2-point conversion. Atoka drove it all the way down to the 5-yard line and was stopped by Antlers. Antlers got the ball back, and on the very first play, a safety by the Atoka Wampus Cat defense. And now after the punt, you've got Atoka set up with the ball at the 38. So shotgun formation, 3 wide receivers set right, 1 in. And we've got flags.
Got an offsides. Good job. That was a good job by the quarterback. Just did a delayed count. I think all 4 of the front linemen for Antlers jumped on that. So it puts them in a 1st and 5. That's a nice place to be at the opponent's roughly 35-yard line. That's nice.
14 seconds on the clock. Play clock. And now a run. Right side off tackle.
Is that McCall?
And it's stopped at the line of scrimmage. That is McCall on the run. And that's going to bring up second down.
All right, so Antlers has made an adjustment. They have brought their linebackers up. They're now looking run. They're not looking pass right now. Now might be a good time to try to sneak one over.
Yep, now would be a great time for, and we were talking about this. You don't see a lot of play action per se at the high school level. Definitely in this offense, and it may be a good time to run it right here.
These linebackers have come up. They're thinking run first.
And there's the defense creeping. There's the pass.
There's the pass. There it is.
Defense is coming from behind, and Richie is going to keep it, and it's dragged down short of that first down marker.
No, it was a good call. I saw that coming. At those first two runs, you could see those linebackers cheating up. They were looking for that run, and the coaching staff of Atoka obviously agreed with me. So, unfortunately, nobody was open. That was what you call a coverage tackle, but what do you get, about 3 yards out of that?
Got about 3 yards. The 3rd down and 2 for the Wampus Cat offense. And we've got flags out in the field already. I didn't see anybody move.
I didn't either. Wouldn't be an offsides.
Somebody line up offsides?
Yep, offsides on the defense. There's
there
a first down. Here we go.
Getting a little excited. We came from front 3 yards. Going to be first and 10 for the Wampus Cats.
Always appreciate the Antlers community. They're very friendly, very helpful. And
I like some announcers with some personality up there. A little more than just calling the facts of the game,
Right? Here's a handoff. McCall trying to push his way through. Big gap past the first down marker. And he's got it inside the red zone for now the 2nd time for this Wampus Cat offense.
So that was a ball to the left side. He went through between the guard and the tackle out there. There was a pretty big hole. Linebacker was not there. And, he went all the way down inside the 5. Is that where we're at?
Absolutely.
Yeah, nice run. Nice blocking.
Atoka has got an opportunity now to take its first lead inside the red zone.
I think we got a false start now. Yeah, we sure do. Coming back.
And those are those things, those penalties. Now, they've cleaned up the penalties quite a bit over the course of the year, but we've seen some penalties in some very tough situations where, as a coach, you got to say, why would you do that?
Yeah, well, compared to last year, they've just made so much more improvement. So when I see, there's a first one tonight, isn't it, on Atoka? Mm-hmm. So, man, I just give them the head coach or the whole coaching staff a lot of props. They've really cleaned up those penalties.
You're almost the entire quarter through. You've had 2 offensive possessions and 0 flags up until that point.
Yeah.
Well, outside of the blocking. Foul.
Yep, on the kickoff.
Pass. Looking into the corner, and it is intercepted by the defense. And so points taken off the board there by Antlers defense that was hungry.
I'm struggling with that one. I'm 4 times as far away from that receiver as the quarterback was, and I could see he was.
That one coming,
he could see it coming. Yep, he was double teamed. He was just waiting. For it.
So again, Antlers a little better field position than they had in their last possession, where it started off the 5-yard line and ended in a safety. Now they're going to have it around that 20-yard line or 16-yard line, and a better chance here as they line up in a pistol set. Handoff up the middle, breaks through the line, and is close to the first down marker.
Well, Antlers, when they were on defense, made an adjustment by moving those linebackers up. I'm going to be curious if Atoka's going to do the same thing. That one was right up the middle for 8 yards?
And we've seen a few different quarterbacks already. They've ran with number 13, Ethan Williams, and Ben Copeland. Right now, they've got Ethan Williams out there in that pistol set looking to run the football. Cuts it up left side of the field and is down towards the painted numbers of the 30.
I think he got the first down, but Atoka did a nice job containing that. That was a sweep to the left side, quarterback sweep. He had some blockers out in front of him. That defensive end got out there. Those linebackers got up there, made a nice stop. They still got the first down, but what did he get? 3 yards? That was good.
Hey, you know what? If you can take 3 yards on each play, that's pretty good. You'll take it.
Both teams will, really.
Yeah. So again, we've got 18 seconds. I wonder if there is a difference in the play clock. 10 seconds on the play clock, so they will run one more play. And looking to pass now. Running left side, defense swarming, and a loss on the play. Nowhere to go, and that will end our first quarter of action here in Antlers. Our score 6-2. Antlers on top at the current moment. And with the football, KHKC 102.1 FM. We'll be right back.
Genesis Abstract and Title is dedicated to doing things right while providing a positive customer experience. At Genesis Abstract, they use advanced technology such as fully automated records to expedite the process and avoid delays. Their friendly professionals are ready to serve you and will take care of every detail to make your buying and selling process an easy one. Genesis Abstract, open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 at 410 East Court Street in Atoka. Your source for quality abstracts, title insurance, and excellent closing solutions.
Need your lane cleared, leveled, or loaded up? Call CMAC Dirtwork Gravel Trucking and Land Management. They haul gravel, sand, filled dirt, fast and reliable, from dozer work to track hoeing and skid steer services. They've got the heavy equipment and know how to get the job done right. Call 239-2026 today. That's 239-2026. CMAC Dirtwork, digging in so you don't have to. CMAX is a proud sponsor of Atoka Wampus Cat Athletics.
Second quarter coming up here on KHKC 102.1 FM. Michael Gabbard, Ryan Kruger on tonight's broadcast is we've got 12 minutes on the clock, and Antlers on top of Atoka, 6-2. Interesting first quarter.
Well, that last play before the quarter, you ever heard the term a coverage sack? Atoka did a fine job there of the defensive backs and safeties covering. And the line got through and forced that quarterback to keep it. He lost a couple of yards on that. So, Atoka, nice job defensively.
It's first down and 10 is what it shows on the downs board, but I don't believe that is correct.
It's second on the stick. Yeah, second on the sticks.
So, we got a handoff once again. Left side.
I'm not sure exactly what happened there. Sometimes from our vantage point, it went away from us and all the players were right in our way. I don't know if that was a delayed handoff, if that was not sure what that was, but regardless, it was a 2-yard gain, and Atoka, so far, their defense is doing much better job at stopping the run than they did on the Bearcats' first run.
I think they gave them a bad spot on the play, actually. I think they're going to spot this right almost at the line of scrimmage. So I don't know if he extended out, they didn't get it, or he extended late. But it looks like they're going to spot that right at the line of scrimmage. It's third down and 10. So here's the pistol set, looking to pass, and tight end wide open outside.
Great tackle.
Stuck.
Great
what
tackle.
A great
Who is that?
tackle.
Who was that? 27.
That's number 27.
Who is that?
And that is Brody Kiner.
Nice job, Brody.
As a freshman.
Let me tell you, he misses that tackle. That could be 6 points.
Brody Kiner, he's a junior, and he has played lights out defensively this season for the Wampus
That was a
Cats.
great job. Great job, man. He misses that tackle. That's probably 6 points for Antlers.
So here's the fourth down and 7. They're going for it right here in Antlers territory. I don't know about this. I think
they might be trying to get him offside.
They're trying to get Atoka offside.
Yeah, that's exactly what's going on. Timeout.
Yeah, so we got a quick timeout. So we'll take a timeout as well and get caught up on some of our breaks. We'll be back. It's KHKC 102.1 FM, the brand.
We all plan to be on time, but fender benders, damaged windshields, and slick roads quickly disrupt those plans. At Shelter Insurance, our agents help design personal protection plans that work for you and help keep you on track. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Find the award-winning service you need with Logan Daniel in Atoka.
A community bank is far more than just a bank that offers the services such as online and mobile banking, mobile deposit, and loans that fit your needs. A community bank invests in the community it serves. Your phone call will be answered by local people you already know and will make you feel welcome by greeting you as you enter the lobby. At Shamrock Bank, we effectively combine convenient banking technology with people you know and trust. It really is the people that make the difference. At Shamrock Bank, you are more than a customer, and we are more than a bank. Shamrock Bank, member FDIC.
All right, as we come back, the punt is high and short and down right at the 50-yard line. So Atoka will take over here.
25-yard kick. Yeah, let's talk about that last defensive stand by Atoka. Unbelievable, man. That first series that Antlers had the ball, they drove right down the middle. Atoka, obviously, they brought their linebackers up. They brought their defensive ends in a little bit, and they just stuck that line and did a great job.
Well,
great adjustment.
You know what's interesting, too, is we started off the game with an offensive touchdown, and Atoka drove the football field, relatively the football field, before turning the football over and then getting a safety. And since then, it's been defense on both sides.
Yeah, well, both teams made adjustments. That's what football's all about. It's a chess game. So kudos to both teams for making some adjustments. Now they're going to have to make some more adjustments.
2 wide receivers set right side here for the offense, and a handoff up the middle to Wade McCall, who spins around a couple of tackles.
Good tough run,
and
right
picks
up the
up
middle.
about 4 to 5 yards.
Yeah, good tough run. Just puts his head down, keeps those legs going. Probably had about 5 guys touching him by the time he hit the ground.
And they are going to spot this about 5 yards, so it's second down. 10:50 remaining in the first half.
Can we keep the whole game?
Can
we keep the whole game right here, brother?
I'm telling
they're right in front of us right now.
We got the view.
We do.
Right
I can
now.
see right down the line of scrimmage. It's perfect.
2 running back set. Tripping up was McCall and then caught in the backfield, and a nice tackle there underneath to stop McCall from gaining any yardage. That's Keaton Barrick. And now the defense making a few adjustments there at the line of scrimmage. Big man number 45 checking out. That is Tim Green, and checking in for him is number 27, Colton Dean. And he plays a little bit of linebacker and wide receiver. They're putting him there at that nose guard position. So I wonder if they're expecting the pass right here. Shotgun. And a man in motion. And this is going to be Brooks, who cuts back right side and then is finally swallowed up. Picks up positive yardage, but not much.
I think you would call that
bring up third down.
I think you'd call that a jet sweep. Brooks was lined up on the far right, came all the way across in motion, handed it off, ran all the way to the other side, had to cut back and ran all the way back.
That was the thing. It was a jet sweep that didn't sweep.
That's right. He ran about 40 yards to gain 3 there, but he sure ran hard.
Good to have Malachi Brooks back. He's been battling injuries all season long, and good to see the ball into his hands because he is a playmaker. And here is the quarterback keeper, caught up the middle, nowhere to go. The ball is on the ground, and on 4th down, they're going to say they stopped him short.
Yeah. The guards and the linebackers, everybody knew run was happening there. There was just nothing there for Richie.
And so a turnover on downs for this Wampus Cat offense, who, since that very first possession, have kind of struggled a little bit here in this game, the first half. And now Antlers, who has their own struggles as well since that first drive, is coming back out with a first down and 10.
Antlers defense is telling Atoka right now, I dare you to throw on us. I dare you, because we're going to stop that run. And I don't know if Atoka can make that adjustment. We'll see in the next time they get the ball.
So again, here is the shotgun handoff and about a 3-yard gain.
That was just a
4-yard
power run to the left side, right through the guard tackle gap.
Antlers has been pretty consistent with their formational set. They've gone to this pistol quite a bit. And last week, they implemented a lot of some, under snaps and, lining up at the line of scrimmage, under center. And this week, they've spread things out. They're really looking to hit the inside there on that run. And wow,
nice
look at the juke, turning, spinning. Great run that time by number 10 and Ben Copeland.
In the big scheme of things, what was that, a 10, 12-yard run? But that was a fun run to watch. Almost looked like Barry Sanders out there. Man, just a lot of juking, spinning. That was a nice run.
Like a really tall Barry Sanders, too.
Yeah, it's a tall, lanky Barry Sanders. Yeah, I was thinking that, yeah. There was probably about 3 Wampus Cats that could have made that tackle, but he was just elusive out there.
So first down and 10. 8-10 remaining in the first half. And it is a counter and a strong run, picking up positive yardage once again for Ben Copeland.
They're running a lot of counters. A lot of counters. I'm not seeing a whole lot of guards pulling. They're not that in-depth, but a lot of counters. Quarterback will spin one way and hand it off the other. Probably done that about 70% of the time.
And most of the time the ball is going into Ben Copeland's hands too. So the defense has recognized that. The thing is that Ben Copeland's been running strong, so he's been able to pick up positive yardage after contact.
And the line's doing their job. Antlers' line is pushing Atoka back a little bit. Again, those linebackers need to come up and fill those holes, because if I was Atoka, I'd be doing the same thing Antlers is doing. I dare you to throw on me.
And here's the pistol set caught in the back. Wow, what a hit.
Is that Roper? Who was that?
In the backfield. That's number 29 of the defense, Jay Smith.
Oh, man, Jay Smith. What a tackle. He just shot through. Man, that's the best tackle of the night right there. That was fun.
Yeah, absolutely stunning
No
hit.
one touched him. What position is he playing? Is he right there on the line? He's the guard, isn't he?
He's
He's right there
on
in the guard. No one touched him. Great play.
Try to go back and take a look at that here in just a second, but yeah, that was a phenomenal hit in the backfield. It's 3rd down and 7 now for the offense. Antlers takes a snap, looking to run right side, takes a huge block to the outside, and lowering the boom down and is close to that 1st down marker. He might have it.
That was an odd run. You see him jumping sideways there? It was effective. It got him a few yards, but.
And number 13, the quarterback, Ethan Williams, showing off a little bit of a display.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he was doing there, but
he
it
made
worked.
a heck of a run and a 1st down. And it'll move the chains. And, of course, Antlers in plus territory right now with the ball spotted near the 32-yard line.
There's a pass.
Nowhere to go with that.
I'm not sure if he threw that ball away or if he missed by 3 feet. I'm not real sure, but if I'm Atoka, again, I'm pulling everybody up, and I'm daring Antlers to throw on me. Neither team has really proven they can throw the ball tonight.
Not tonight. Haven't seen a lot of throwing from Atoka's side. They focus more on the run, but it'll be interesting to see what happens right now, especially if Antlers is able to put up points on this possession. So again, 6:06 remaining here in the first half. It's 6-2. Antlers on top. Another counter misdirection and caught near the line of scrimmage.
Great
Not
defense. Great defense. That defensive end for Atoka just came right up and was the first one to hit him. What did they get? A couple yards? That was great. Great defense.
The difference on that is instead of it going into Ben Copeland's hands, they had Copeland on the opposite end, and Keaton Barrick took the handoff. And the defense was still able to recognize that and stop pretty much at the line of scrimmage. They're going to say it's 3rd down and 8. We'll see this pistol set once again. The offense reminds me a lot of that 2008 Florida's team.
You call it a pistol. Where I'm from, we call that the wishbone.
3 wide receivers now set left for this offense. Quarterbacks all alone in the backfield. Here comes the defense from behind, and now taking off, dodging through 1 tackle and out at about the 15-yard line. That should be enough for a 1st down, I think, where he's at. Maybe a little short.
No, he got it. Let me tell you, as a defensive player, that's one of those things you do everything right, and you've got a quarterback who can make something happen, and that's exactly what happened there. Went back to pass, nobody open. Got around the right side for a nice game.
Well, it looks like Ethan Williams is running scared too, and he's doing a pretty good job at it. That's the crazy part. He's been handling the rush very well and picking up positive yardage.
Yep, and he's not making mistakes. He's not throwing the ball when he shouldn't.
And here's the handoff once again. Left side, C-gap, and positive yardage on the play as the pickup will go credit to Keaton Barrick.
Well, the bad news is there was a pretty big hole there. The good news is it shrunk pretty quick, so that it didn't last very long. So that could have gone for a lot more. That could have gone for 6.
But now, again, in the red zone for, what is this, the 3rd time tonight for Antlers, and still only, or 2nd time tonight, still 6 points on the board. We'll see what they can do right here. And it's a sweep left side. Cuts up to the corner and is in for the touchdown. Uncontested in a big run, and 6 more points to make this a 12-2 game.
We were talking earlier in the game. I said a big challenge for Atoka is being able to take those sweeps and making them go inside. Those defensive ends, those linebackers getting out there, forcing those runners to come back into the middle, and that didn't happen.
Yeah,
there was nobody out there.
The contain was covered up.
Correct.
Man-to-man to the outside there and just unable to correct it as 6 points on the board
but I'll give that
for the Antlers Bearcats.
I'll give that tight end some credit, though. He did his job. He took that defensive end and kept him in.
Took an incredible block there on that left corner and was able to get in for pay dirt. And here is the handoff, and it'll go off tackle in for 2, and our score now 14-2. Antlers on top. We got more coming up. It is KHKC 102.1 FM, The Brand.
This is Eric Studeville inviting you to buy the Studeville way.
Whether you're looking for open roads
Or you like them built tough.
there is only one way to buy your vehicle.
And that's the Studeville way.
Studeville Chevrolet, 851 Westside Drive in Durant, and StudevilleChevrolet.com.
And Studeville Ford, 1601 South Mississippi in Atoka. And StudevilleFord.net.
The Studeville family of dealerships,
Proudly serving you and your communities.
I can't believe how much business we're getting with the new sign we put up front. Game days are awesome. What's better than a lifelike sign of your favorite player? Wow, those decals on your ride are sweet. Where'd you get them? These are conversations you could be having when you choose Black Hawk Signs. Signs, banner service, screen printing, embroidery, decals, all at a price you can't dismiss. Professional or just because. Black Hawk Signs, a proud supporter of Atoka Athletics.
And here is the kick. It is short as the Wampus Cats will take over at the 35-yard line and trotting back, trailing 14-2. And Ryan, that last possession for Antlers, very good running the football, and were able to run one in for 6 points. Got the 2-point conversion, and overall, right now, Antlers rolling offensively, and Atoka's got to figure out a way to get something going here before halftime.
Antlers' running game has been impressive, no doubt. They've just put their heads down, and they have just put Atoka back on their heels. Atoka's got to figure out a way to block those holes, fill those gaps, and stay on their toes.
You see the defense creeping in once again, and I'd really like to see Atoka maybe take a shot here on 1st down and 10 to try to open up their playbook here. Instead, they are going to look to throw.
There he goes.
And it is intercepted. Oh, my goodness, in and out of the hands. And now running through the sideline and down at the 21-yard line. That was a huge interception for Kaiser Mullins, the guy we talked about pregame, the old Atoka Wampus Cat.
Yeah,
transferred to Antlers and now making big plays against us.
But he's got a bigger smile than usual after that one. I'd like to say that good for Atoka. Good for them to try to throw the ball. Antlers has dared them to throw it. And
and the football was where it needed to be. Kaiser Mullins made it a phenomenal
great
play
coverage
on the ball and was able to bobble it into his hands, the possession, and now Antlers has got great field possession, their best field position of the night.
Yeah, no, it was a fine throw. He was just the defensive player was right where he was supposed to be. Got his hands in there, juggled it a little bit. Now Toka's back's against the wall a little bit. They got to shore it up.
And now,
because I'm sure they're just going to run it. Another sweep to the left.
Bouncing off one tackle and is brought down. A nice looking play there by Zeke Austin. Picking up positive yardage at 2nd down. A lot of motions in district games, especially these two teams, which we didn't even talk about. When you look at the matchup between Antlers and Atoka, at least since 2004, Antlers has won 13 games to 8 games for the Wampus Cats. And now cutting out right side, Copeland is near that 5-yard line inside as he gets it to about the 3.
Okay, so I hand it to Antlers coaching staff. How many sweeps have we seen in the past couple of minutes? That's the 4th or 5th one. Great adjustment. As we mentioned earlier, Atoka brought those linebackers up to fill those gaps, and so Antlers has said, okay, we're going to go outside. and they're having some success with that.
Antlers in great position right now with the ball spotted. I think they're going to say this is at the 7-yard line. Looked like he was inside the 5 just a second ago. And they are going to look to run up the middle once again. Defense.
Touchdown.
Did they get it?
Yeah.
It is a touchdown.
Yeah.
Boy, that was a late call on that touchdown. Zeke Austin in for Pater.
Yeah, big hole right up the middle. Antlers didn't try to hide anything with that offensive play. Their 2 guards and tackles just made a hole, and he ran right through it. I'm not sure he was even touched before he got to the goal line.
Antlers has gone for the 2-point conversion each time they have scored, and so I would assume they're going to look to do the same here as well. And so on the 2-point conversion, they're going to make a switch here at the line once again. And they're going to run with the big boy up the middle, and is it enough? It is not. And so our score will remain at 20-2 with the Wampus Cats getting the football back here on KHKC 102.1 FM. When we come back, we'll have 2:16 remaining on the clock in the second quarter.
Family Health Center of Southern Oklahoma has some exciting news. Opening this fall, the new location at 457 South Mississippi Avenue in Atoka will open. This large, modern health center will be able to provide comprehensive health care complete with an in-house discount pharmacy, serving all patients, regardless of their ability to pay. Same-day appointments available, accepting insured and non-insured patients alike. Open Monday through Thursday from 7:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Fridays 7:30 to 11:30 a.m. For more information, visit the current location at 1556 South Virginia Avenue. Family Health Center of Southern Oklahoma. The right team making a difference.
Brown's Funeral Service in Atoka, Colgate, Durant, and Medill are proud to be a part of the communities they serve. Since 1994, Brown's Funeral Service has proudly supported nonprofits, police and fire departments, local military members, and area schools. The staff at Brown's Funeral Service takes great pride in these endeavors because they realize it's more than being in business. It's about being a thread in the fabric of our community. Brown's Funeral Service, where service begins but never ends.
Welcome back. It's 20-2, and Atoka fumbled the ball actually on the kick return. Able to recover it there at the 30-yard line. So with the Wampus Cats will try it out on offense as they trail 20-2 here with 2:13 remaining in the first half. And Ryan, they went out first play of their last possession, threw an interception, kind of did what I said. They took the shot. Do you think they try to do the same thing here?
I don't know if they have a choice. They can keep it out of Antlers' hands. You got to put some points up before the end of the quarter. At least try. You gotta try.
2 wide receivers set to the left. They're going to hand this one off to McCall, and he picks up positive yardage, but it's going to bring up second down and long.
I think Antlers expected them to pass too. Those linebackers were probably about 2 steps back from where they have been this whole game, stopping the run. So they do have some opportunity to run the ball here. Got a little time.
By the way, stick around for the halftime show. Again, brought to you by Lucinda Holland, Farmers Insurance Agent. And we've got shotgun once again looking to throw. Defense coming in, and there's the sack. A delayed blitz. And Richie is downed in the backfield, and it's going to bring up a third down and long situation here for this offense.
And he came from his blind side. He never saw him. Never saw him.
And now we've got a timeout called with 1:28.
Well, now you got to be careful. You don't want to give Antlers the ball back with too much time left.
You know, we haven't seen a lot tonight. I know the running game has struggled a little bit since the start of the second quarter. But we haven't seen, a lot of slants. We haven't seen any screen plays here, which is something we saw from this offense at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, I totally agree. One of the philosophies I have in football, you get the ball to your playmakers. And Brooks, he needs to get the ball. I know they've given him on what I called a jet sweep earlier in the day, and I think that's the only time he's touched it.
Find a way to get the ball, whether it be a bubble screen or whether it be, lining up in different formations. I really like the idea of taking a guy like Brooks, who can also run the football very well, lining him up in the backfield there with McCall and running some sort of screen to the outside and giving him an opportunity to make something happen in space.
A reverse something. Get your playmakers the ball. And sometimes as a wide receiver, if you're having trouble throwing it, you got to get creative and getting your playmakers the ball.
And right now, the Antlers defense has played lights out here since that first possession for the Wampus Cats. And they're set up with a 3rd down and 13. Atoka with their backs against the wall, like you said, and 3 wide receivers set left. Here comes the pressure by the defense, and Richie is going to scramble out and dive for extra yardage, but it is not going to be enough for the first down. And now they've got a 4th down situation and decision to make here with a minute 20.
They got to kick it. They got to kick it. They don't get this. They're handing the Bearcats some points, I think. So they got to. I'd be shocked if they went for it.
And it looks like Atoka and Luke Ring is going to have a conversation about this next play and what they want to do. I agree with you. I think you kick this one off, but man, it's tough when you're down 20-2 before halftime. You want to have some sort of momentum going into the half, but you also don't want to give those points away with it, as well as Antlers has been running the football here in this half.
And this game is still in reach. This game is still in reach. There's some positive things we'll talk about at halftime because there are some real positive things for the Wampus Cats. But in the meantime, you got to stop the bleeding. So get the ball down there. If they can kick that ball down to inside the 20, I think it'd be very difficult for Antlers to score again. And they haven't really proven they can throw the ball. So
Antlers has scored on their last 2 possessions, and after Atoka was able to make 2 crucial stops after that first offensive possession by Antlers. And so what Atoka decides to do right here, it looks like they're going to go for it, possibly. Now, we have seen them punt from this formation,
I'm guessing he's going to punt it. He looks like he's going to punt it.
Yes. And I believe this is going to be a punt.
Oh, there we go. Now, does that change things? We got an offsides. That's going to make it, what, 4th and 2?
6, 4th and 1.
Let's see.
It'll be 4th down and 1, I believe. Yeah, this definitely changes things.
Oh, it does now. Now they got a decision to make.
I tell you what.
Oh, man.
If you are Keenan White right now, you are livid on the sidelines for the Antlers Bearcats, because you had an opportunity here to take away a drive, and now it's 4th down and 1, and Atoka has got a lot to their offensive playbook that they can utilize.
We've seen them go for 4th down earlier in the game, and it wasn't too successful for them. So they're bringing those linebackers up. They're expecting it.
And now we've got a shift on the offensive line, and we've got flags, and Luke Ring is living on the sideline. It looks like this is going to go against.
Timeout?
Oh, he called a timeout. I thought it was going to be a delay of game.
I didn't see a flag, but
I thought it was going to be a delay of
game. But did you see those linebackers? They were right on the line. They were waiting for something right up the gut.
Yeah, you had all 3 linebackers. You were stacked to 5-man front there, so it looked like they were bringing an engage 8.
And again, they were daring. They are daring Atoka to throw the ball. That was a perfect opportunity for a slant pass right in the middle. There was nobody home.
1:19 still to go, and as a Wampus Cat, your offense has got plenty of time, but at some point you're going to have to look at throwing the football.
Yeah, they need to get creative. One thing I have not seen from the Wampus Cat this year is a whole lot of creativeness. Like I said, getting the ball to Malachi Brooks, get it to your playmakers. That boy has a smoke behind him when he runs. Man, he's fast.
A burn timeout, but you still have one. Wampus Cats have one timeout to their
linebackers.
disposal.
Here they come. There we go.
There's the first down.
There we go.
Get out of bounds. And lowers the shoulders. You got to get out of bounds right there. If you see the defense in front of you, get out of bounds and stop that clock.
That was a big run right there. It was 20 yards. Was that Richie? I couldn't even tell. Was that him that just kept that?
Yes, it was Richie.
Yeah, that was a great run.
Great run. But
unfortunately, the run went away from us, so I could not see what happened to that defensive end out there. But I'm guessing, obviously, he got around him.
The clock continues to tick here in Antlers. First down and 10, looking to throw. It's caught. Tegan Richardson pushes his way for about 8 yards before being drugged back. And so with the forward progress, we're probably sitting at a 2nd and 2.
First completion tonight, I think.
Outside of the run, that's all we've seen from Richardson in the or with the football in his hands.
Did he spike that ball? He must have.
Yes. 42 seconds.
You know,
Again,
I'd kind of like to see who's the kicker's name? Forgive me.
Wingo.
I'd like to see him kick one, man. That boy's got a foot on him.
Pretty good leg.
He does. I'd like to see him kick one.
I was just talking about it. Outside of Reddy Mustafari, if you remember Reddy Mustafari, played for the University of Oklahoma and a few other colleges. But outside of Reddy Mustafari, it's been a Wingo there kicking the football for several years. Here's a 3rd down and 8.
There's an option. There we go.
Good run. Picks up the
McCall?
first down. McCall hits left side to the 15-10.
Oh, when he
the
fumbles.
ball comes out.
Out of bounds.
And he is down close to the 5-yard line. I think they're going to spot this at the 6.
Yeah, ball was knocked out of his hands. He got a little lucky. The ball went out of bounds. I want to credit the Atoka coaching there. I'm not sure if that was an option. It sure looked like an option, or if that was a design pitch. But both Richie and Carroll went to the right in an option format, and he flipped the ball to Wade and did a great job. That was a great run.
And here's Richie up the
there it
middle
is.
In for touchdown.
Oh, they needed that. They needed that.
And Atoka goes up now 20-8. Antlers on top, but 6 crucial points to end this first half. You got 25 seconds left. Now you've got a decision. Probably going to kick it right here, take the points, make it 20-9, and then you've got 25 seconds that you still have to work with here before halftime. As the kick is up, and the kick is good. We'll take a quick commercial break and be right back. Our score 20-9 here in Antlers.
When it rains, it pours, so it's important for you to get the coverage that meets your needs. Farmers Insurance agent Lucinda Holland can help you understand your options so you can prepare for what the forecast brings. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two. Learn more by calling agent Lucinda Holland at 580-889-3744 to find out how she can help you protect the things that matter most to you. That's Lucinda Holland.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
At D&H Tires, all they do is rims and tires. That means when you buy from D&H, you're getting the best deal from experts that know. Cars, trucks, SUVs, even ag equipment. If it needs rubber to roll, then you need D&H Tires. The best deals on tires and rims in Atoka and Cole County. So hurry into D&H Tires, 309 South Mississippi in Atoka, and follow D&H Tire on Facebook for their ever-changing specials. D&H Tires, tires for everyone's budget.
Amir State Bank has been.
Welcome back in as our kick return is caught and downed. And
did he fumble? He didn't fumble that.
Loose.
He didn't fumble that, did he?
Atoka sure is excited there on the sidelines.
I don't think so.
And they're going to say that this is still Antlers football, so.
The ball may have come out there. It was difficult to see. All right, you got 22.7 seconds. Do you risk it? I don't think so either.
Yeah,
I think with a 11-point lead, you take a knee and go on in and count your blessings for the half.
Antlers hasn't really shown the want or the necessity to throw the football
I would
so
say
far in this game.
Or the ability, to be honest with you. So, yeah, I'm guessing they may try to run it. Maybe hope for a bust something up the middle.
There's 22 seconds remaining in this first half before we hit halftime.
Oh,
and
prove us wrong. Here we go. Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be a quarterback keeper up the middle. Not designed, but Williams will take off and pick up positive yardage here as the clock ticks down. No timeouts remaining for Antlers, and I think that's going to take us into halftime. So our score at half, 20-9. Antlers on top. Atoka making the comeback here. before halftime, and we've got more coming up, including our halftime show, again brought to you by Lucinda Holland Farmers Agent. We'll be right back here on KHKC 102.1 FM, The Brain.
Downtown Atoka just got a little bit cooler. Welcome to the barber shop. We're talking crisp fades, sharp cuts, and hot towel shaves that just hit different. Need a break? Grab a seat and enjoy a complimentary beverage while you relax. For men, for women, for anyone who wants to look fresh, this is your spot. The Barber Shop, downtown Atoka. Now that's cuts served neat.
I can't believe how much business we're getting with the new sign we put up front. Game days are awesome. What's better than a lifelike sign of your favorite player? Wow, those decals on your ride are sweet. Where'd you get them? These are conversations you could be having when you choose Black Hawk Signs. Signs, banner service, screen printing, embroidery, decals, all at a price you can't dismiss. Professional or just because. Black Hawk Signs, a proud supporter of Atoka Athletics.
In a world full of possibilities and firsts, you need neighbors in your corner, experts who have your back, and a cheering section to keep you going. That's why we're here. For 100 years and counting, we've been the first bank of dreaming big and the first bank of what's next. At First Bank, we believe that anything's possible, and we're here to help you believe it too. First Bank, here for possibilities.
Brown's Funeral Service in Atoka, Colgate, Durant, and Medill are proud to be a part of the communities they serve. Since 1994, Brown's Funeral Service has proudly supported nonprofits, police and fire departments, local military members, and area schools. The staff at Brown's Funeral Service takes great pride in these endeavors because they realize it's more than being in business. It's about being a thread in the fabric of our community. Brown's Funeral Service, where service begins but never ends.
This is Eric Studeville, inviting you to buy the Studeville way.
Whether you're looking for open roads
or you like them built tough,
there is only one way to buy your vehicle.
And that's the Studeville way.
Studeville Chevrolet, 851 Westside Drive in Durant, and StudevilleChevrolet.com.
And Studeville Ford, 1601 South Mississippi in Atoka, and StudevilleFord.net.
The Studeville family of dealerships,
proudly serving you and your communities.
Since 1971, Westside Family Dentistry has been committed to enhancing the natural beauty and function of your smile while improving your oral and overall health. Using state-of-the-art technology, our friendly staff will take care of all your needs, from routine care, crown and bridge, implants, and even orthodontics, including Invisalign. Westside Family Dentistry is the premier choice to create beautiful, healthy smiles for the whole family.
All right, it is halftime here at Antlers, and our score 20-9. Our halftime show brought to you by Lucinda Holland, Farmers Agent out of Atoka. She's always just a phone call away at 889-3347. You can locate her at 146 West Court Street. And she has been sponsoring the halftime show for quite some time now. So big shout out there to Lucinda Holland, Farmers Agent. Now, our score 20-9. You made a good point during the break about where this game is at halftime. Go ahead and tell us.
It comes down to one word, man. It's turnovers. Turnovers. 14-point swing right there. It is not inconceivable to think that Atoka could have the lead right now, especially that first one. It was Atoka had been driving, and Collins just made a bad throw. Made a bad throw right into the heart of the defense and in the end zone. Cost them at least 6 points. So on that note, though, I think Atoka can have their heads up because they're in this. They're in this. This is still competitive. They are by no means out of this game. But I would like to talk about, in contrast, the quarterback for Antlers. He made a lot of great decisions tonight by not throwing the ball.
Correct.
Sometimes the best thing a quarterback can do is nothing. What I mean by that is not throwing the ball. And there was probably 4 or 5, maybe 8 times tonight where he went back to pass and ended up not throwing it. and keeping the ball. He may have taken a loss on a couple of those runs, but he did not turn the ball over.
And not to mention, Ethan Williams, his ability with his feet tonight has been big. But what about that offensive line for Antlers? They played lights out, and it seemed like Atoka was in the backfield more times than not, and then Ethan Williams was making plays happen with his legs. And so, it's kind of that catch-22, if you will.
God, those pesky running quarterbacks, man. They're such a pain, man.
It is.
Yeah, no, that's why he's there. That's probably why they switched him up. Put him there. Is that Atoka did the same thing with putting Richie at quarterback after that, second or third game, is they need someone back there that can make good decisions, a good athlete, and can change the course of a play.
Richie with 2 interceptions there in the first half, but let's be real, one of those interceptions his fault. The other one was just a great play by Kaiser Mullins, who took it back and put Antlers in a position to score as they had plus territory in their favor on that possession after the interception. And overall, I felt like Atoka's defense played well.
They did. They
played well.
Yeah, they played well.
But it was Ethan Williams making plays. And then, of course, running the football, Ben Copeland had some really nice chunk yardage plays that really set up Antlers in great field position.
And I don't think Antlers had any huge plays. What was their longest play? 15 yards?
20
yards. They had a 20
yeah,
yard.
20 yards.
We haven't had any 50, 60-yard runs tonight. Atoka has nothing to hang their head about. Just, what it was not a factor in that first half? Penalties, brother.
Penalties.
There were a couple, but nothing that made a huge difference. In fact, if there were any penalties that changed anything, it was penalties on Antlers. So great job to Atoka for not keeping those penalties down.
Atoka trailing by 11 at the half. Still plenty of time in the way we saw both of these teams play in the first half. That could easily be taken care of in a matter of a couple of drives. But when we look at these two teams and what they've done in district play, Antlers sitting at number 4 right now in the districts at 2-3, and Atoka at 2-3 as well. But the thing that separates these two is points. All right, Atoka's sitting at -27 as Antlers is at -14. So you could see a big shift right now if, let's say, Henrietta loses tonight or next week against the Wampus Cats, and Atoka is able to beat Antlers and go undefeated through these next 2 games. So that would be huge, get them into the playoffs, especially a team that I felt has mustered a lot of confidence over the last couple of weeks.
This is what I love about football. Whether you're talking about, honestly, not so much in the pros, but in the college and high school, every game means something. Every week, things can change. Other sports where you got 20, 30, 40 games in a season, a game here, a game there doesn't make any difference. But in football, every week can be determine whether you go to playoffs or not.
What do you think about the
Love it?
What do you think about the landscape right now of LSU? They fire their head coach Brian Kelly. They fire their offensive coordinator, and then this week they announced that they let go of their athletic director. They're 5-3. I mean, they have a chance to go 9-3 this year. And when you look at the college landscape right now, 9-3, especially in the SEC, is not a bad record.
It's not. And first thing I want to say is, who knows what's going on? There could be a lot more behind the scenes that we don't know. But I think when you look at the OUs, the LSUs, the USCs, the Florida States, the Ohio States, they don't want good. They want excellent.
Exactly.
They want excellence. And if you're not excellent, you're gone. Which is if you're a coach at Oklahoma State right now, you're thinking something different.
Yeah, that's a program that's definitely in shambles right now.
Notre Dame, you could throw in that group, right? Those elite colleges, they don't want good. Like I said, they want great. And yeah, you lose more than one game, you're on the hot seat. Whether that's fair or not, I don't know. But you look at what are these coaches making, 13, 14, 20 million a year.
Crazy.
I'm not saying they don't deserve it. I'm just saying they're getting paid a lot, and they're expected to show results.
At what point is the NCAA and universities going to look at that and say, in the world of the NIL,
Yeah,
when are we going to stop paying the coaches so much so we can pay those players?
You know
to
what?
come
No,
in?
I look at it from a different angle. First of all, I look at coaches. Coach, you guys know the football coach is generally the highest paid person on a college campus.
And it should be.
Yeah, absolutely. They bring in the most money. Absolutely. What I would like to see, I don't want to see a cap on that NIL.
Oh, yeah,
I want to like a salary cap in the pros. They need to put a cap on that, whether it's $1 million, $5 million, whatever that cap is, and maybe you can change that for divisions or Div 1 versus Div 2 versus Div 3, whatever. But what it's doing is it's separating, and you're really going to have the have and the have-nots. And the smaller schools, like in Oklahoma State, they're never going to compete until those donors come
Oregon
in.
State,
yeah,
others,
yeah. My alma mater, Washington State, they will never compete until they put a cap on this NIL.
You know what's interesting with the NIL, too, is the revenue share. And it seems like with that revenue share that the colleges were supposed to be using, it's not necessarily the case. And we're seeing teams like Oregon who are getting unlimited NIL from companies
Nike.
like Nike and things of that nature to buy teams, and it puts them in an advantage versus other teams.
Yeah, they need to level that. They need to level that playing field because you truly are buying the best players. I want to be clear, though. I have no problem with college players being paid. They are making all colleges.
We were both college players. We would have loved it.
And these colleges are making not just millions, billions off of the backs of these players.
Absolutely.
And free tuition just ain't cutting it anymore. No, so I do not have a problem with that. But what I would like to see is the Oklahoma States, the Oregon States, the Washington States, some of these schools that are you might consider second or even third tier Div 1 schools. They need to have an opportunity, and so I would like to see them put a cap on it. And then the other thing they need to do, they need to shorten the transfer portal. Maybe that might be more for basketball, but they need to shorten that window up. Soon as, in my opinion, as soon as the championship game is played, they got 1 month. 1 month. And just have that. If you're going to transfer, you're going to do it in that month, or you can't do it. I think they can. I think they would just a few little things they can do to level out that playing field a bit.
You know, that's interesting, too, on that transfer portal because as a player, you can enter the transfer portal within 30 days after your head coach is fired. That's interesting right there.
It is interesting.
We'll see how LSU fares.
And they want to put a clause in for that. I wouldn't have a problem with that. But, to have that transfer portal open for 6 months, schools can't plan. Coaches, it's a mess. It's a mess. So you need to shorten that portal a month, month and a half. I would like to see it like 2 weeks personally. But just a couple things they can do to really change the way this looks.
Speaking of a mess, it's Atoka's record against Antlers since 2004. They're 8-13 against Antlers over the course of 21 years. And you look at
that was a nice transition there, by the way.
I appreciate
like that.
That
was good.
You look at the last couple of years, Atoka has lost. They lost 30-13 last year, and then the year before that 18-14, which was a very close game and a very great game. Their last game that they won against Antlers was 2022 by a score of 36-22. Before that, Atoka had lost 6 straight to Antlers. So I don't know if it's a curse. I don't know if you necessarily want to call it a rivalry, but they are the closest rival that we've had since Colgate in recent years. So this has always been a very tough game. Antlers came out swinging here in the first half. It's 20-9 at the current moment. They lead by 11, and we've got more coming up here for our halftime show after this quick break on KHKC 102.1 FM.
We all plan to be on time, but fender benders, damaged windshields, and slick roads quickly disrupt those plans. At Shelter Insurance, our agents help design personal protection plans that work for you and help keep you on track. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Find the award-winning service you need with Logan Daniel in Atoka.
Step into luxury. Step into all prissied up. Downtown Atoka's beauty destination. Whether it's flawless extensions, a fresh cut, lashes that captivate, or makeup that turns every head, we bring out your best. Pamper yourself with pedicures, polish, and relax in our state-of-the-art stand-up tanning bed. Or choose from many others for that perfect glow. Because beauty isn't just seen, it's felt. All prissied up, where elegance meets confidence.
Ritter Express Pharmacy in Atoka has been serving as your local hometown team. Since 1972, the Ritter family has been dedicated to your health and well-being. Now with the third generations in pharmacy school and medical school, they are continuing to strive to bring the latest in healthcare innovation to our community. They understand life is busy and have 2 convenient drive-through windows and are well known for their fast and friendly service. Ritter Express Pharmacy is very appreciative of the support of the community over the last 50 years and will continue to work hard and evolve to earn your business. If you need free delivery, a vaccination, a wheelchair, a brace, specialty compounding, a unique request, or just good medical advice you can trust from people that care and are invested in the community, then Ritter Express Pharmacy has you covered. Choose Ritter Express Pharmacy. Experience the personalized care you deserve. Ritter Express Pharmacy is your trusted partner in health.
Genesis Abstract and Title is dedicated to doing things right while providing a positive customer experience. At Genesis Abstract, they use advanced technology such as fully automated records to expedite the process and avoid delays. Their friendly professionals are ready to serve you and will take care of every detail to make your buying and selling process an easy one. Genesis Abstract, open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 at 410 East Court Street in Atoka. Your source for quality abstracts, title insurance, and excellent closing solutions.
Ameris State Bank has been serving southeastern Oklahoma and North Texas for over 100 years. All of our products and services are available both online and in person, serving you in a friendly and professional atmosphere. At Ameris State Bank, you're more than a customer, you're a neighbor and a friend. From checking accounts to real estate loans, we've got you covered. We have 5 locations to serve you in Atoka, Antlers, Hugo, Tishomingo, and Sherman, Texas. Call, come by, or visit our website today at ameristatebank.com. Ameris State Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Welcome back into halftime in Antlers as it is cooling down to a nice 58 degrees.
It is fall weather, brother. This feels like fall. At least there's no wind.
I tell you what, man, the wind the last couple of days was insane, especially in the Atoka Durant areas. And no wind tonight, 58 degrees. It's cool. People have got their jackets, their blankets out in the stands right now, which is currently where we sit. And Antlers on top. Here we've got about 4 minutes before the start of the next half. 20-9 is the score. Now, looking at it from Atoka's side, coming in to the second half, what are some adjustments that you feel Atoka needs to make offensively to kind of catch up a little bit, if you will, on the offensive side of the ball?
Well, first of all, that touchdown they scored right before half was huge. And not just, I don't think just score-wise, but I think just psychologically. They needed that. That was their first touchdown of the game. They needed that. They need to show that they can score on these guys, and they can. So I believe Atoka will come out with their heads up. I believe who's getting the ball first? Atoka should be getting the ball. Atoka should be getting the ball. Well, like I've said it the whole game, both teams are daring the other to throw. They're both daring, and so I would like to see Atoka come out and try to throw the ball. That's what I'd like to see. I don't know if they can, but that's what I'd like to see.
Find a way to get the ball into Malachi
That's
Brooks'
right.
hands.
I've said it.
He seems like he's healthy now, and he's your best playmaker on the field with the football in his hands.
In open space, for sure. Open space.
And as much as McCall has taken the football tonight, which he has ran the football well in that first half.
Both him and Richie.
Yeah, absolutely. They've ran the football well, but it's not extended drives in the first half. And so we got to figure out a way to extend drives, and I think you can do that, getting a few of those other playmakers. I don't know, maybe trying to run some of those slants that we were talking about when the run game maybe isn't working, and look at some of those bubble screens to the outside and try to get those playmakers in space. I feel would be crucial. Now, defensively, if you're the Wampus Cats, you're kind of looking at the same trend. But field position was huge there in the first half for Antlers.
And I got to give Antlers some credit. We talked earlier, that first 3 drives of Antlers, up the gut, right through the middle. And then the last scoring drive after Atoka had made some adjustments around the ends. Sweet. So I give it up to the Bearcat coaches. They made some adjustments. And so Atoka's going to have to keep making adjustments. I'll be curious to see Antlers' strategy when they come out. I know they're going to keep running. It's just a matter of where.
Well, good news for Atoka, too. If you're somehow able to pull this game out of the hat, then Valiant right now is on top of Wilburton 18-0. That's huge when you look at the district standings.
Are they at half?
It is halftime at the current moment. Henrietta right now is winning big against Spiro 26-0 at halftime.
We figured that was going to happen.
Vian on top of Morris 42-0. That was kind of expected as well. And then, of course, some of the other teams on bye weeks this week.
Can we go back in time for a second? I don't know. You obviously watched the Morris Atoka football game. That was Atoka's homecoming. That was one of the funnest football games to watch.
High-scoring game.
It was
49-46.
Yeah. Man, it was almost like whoever has the ball last is going to win. But that was a fun game. Lots of big plays. That was one of the best high school football, I should say funnest high school football games I've ever watched. That was a fun game.
Especially two teams that struggled offensively all season long, coming out and hanging up 40 on each other.
That was a fun game.
That was a very fun game. But right now, Morris has definitely struggled in district play, and that's a team that I think has a potential next season to be a lot better. Again, that team that we looked at this year, Wilburton, they won 4 games in 5 years, and this year 6-2.
Good for them.
Tough matchup
Good
for them tonight.
You know, I think all
team.
schools go through a rough patch, and they've gone through theirs. I don't know what adjustments they've made. Got a new coach. Maybe their development leagues, the 10U, the 12Us, the middle school, who knows, have made some improvements. But good for them. It's fun to see these programs that have struggled for so long make a comeback. It's great.
Taking a look at some of the other games in 2A2, you've got Chelsea and Kansas taking on one another at Kansas. 20-6 is the score. Kansas on top right now. Community Christian, their final was 44-21 against Comanche, who is still yet to find a win this season, which is very strange for a team that's had a lot of tradition in 2A. Also, Alva and Meeker are playing one another, but both 1-7 teams in 2A2, 28-14 at the half. Kellyville is on top of Newkirk, 34-8 at the second quarter, and Tishomingo trails at halftime, 20-19 against Beggs. And finally, you've got Colgate that is trailing 27-7 against Dibble at halftime.
So can you tell me right now what teams are locked in?
In our district?
Yeah, in our district, yeah.
Definitely you're locked in. If you're Valiant, you're locked in. If you're Vian right now. Wilburton probably locked in either way you look at it when you look at points. But that fourth spot is really what is eye-catching right now, because you've got Antlers, Henrietta, and Atoka all sitting there within arm's length, and 2 of those teams play each other this week.
I think that's great. I mentioned this earlier in the game, but I think it's worth saying again. We might have some new listeners. Is that's what's really fun about how this is set up. Yeah, you might have a 4-team win, maybe a 5-win team make it into the playoffs, but sometimes it can take 4, 5, 6 games to figure out who you are as a team, and you can go in, and I call limp into the playoffs or sneak in the back door, however you want to phrase it, and they can make an influence in the playoffs, maybe get a win or 2. So we'll see.
We got 1 minute before we start. We'll take a quick commercial break and be right back, and we'll have the second half coming up shortly after this.
The RX shop is now under new ownership. Jason and Sedana Lanig and their 2 daughters are longtime residents of Caney and are looking forward to continuing the same great service for you and your family. They're excited for this opportunity to serve our community and invite you to let them help you with your healthcare needs. Call 580-889-3331, 580-889-3331, or come by 872 West 13th Street in Atoka. RX Shop thanks you for shopping local.
This is Eric Studeville, inviting you to buy the Studeville way.
Whether you're looking for open roads
or you like them built tough,
there is only one way to buy your vehicle.
And that's the Studeville way.
Studeville Chevrolet, 851 Westside Drive in Durant, and StudevilleChevrolet.com.
And Studeville Ford, 1601 South Mississippi in Atoka, and StudevilleFord.net.
The Studeville family of dealerships,
proudly serving you and your communities.
And it is the start of the third quarter here in Antlers as the Atoka Wampus Cats trail 20-9. Michael Gabbard, Ryan Kruger here on the broadcast tonight. And Ryan filling in and doing an excellent job for Kalen tonight.
You're just saying that, brother.
No, I've got to give Kalen a hard time, man. My best friend of 38 years.
That is not what you said a few minutes ago, brother.
Well, I did say he was ugly and he couldn't read good.
Yeah, okay,
but we
there you
still
go.
love him.
There we go.
Still love him.
There we go.
And he's out trick-or-treating. It was really funny, actually. He married my cousin. And so if you don't know the backstory on this, best friend marries my cousin,
okay.
so now he's family.
Okay.
And he tells me, he says, Mike, I really want to spend time with my family for Halloween. And I said,
well, that's me.
I thought I was family.
Yeah.
I thought I was family. So fine. Anyway, he went trick-or-treating with the kids. Good for him.
Well, he's missing out, brother. I'm glad I'm here. But I got to tell you, I'm inspired. I think Atoka can come back. I do. I've watched them. There's been a few games where I'm like, okay, yeah, probably not going to happen after halftime. But they've proved they can move the ball. And as I said at halftime, turnovers. That's the difference. Now, if Atoka can get a turnover or two, this game could turn around in 2 or 3 places.
They have moved the ball well.
Can
they continue to extend drives in the second half? That will be the question. As there's 12 minutes on the clock, 20-9 is the score. Antlers will kick off to the Wampus Cats, and we start our second half here as our halftime show was brought to you by Lucinda Holland, insurance agent.
She's my insurance agent, by the way.
Yeah, she's great.
Mm-hmm.
She is
I love her.
Absolutely phenomenal.
Great lady.
And here is the kick. It is a low kick, and it rolls for a friendly Antlers bounce until it goes out of bounds. So there's the flag, and Atoka will set up with great field position to start this first drive.
Well, as we've talked about, it's going to be interesting to see what type of adjustments that both teams make at half. And that's one thing I love about football. It really is a chess game. For those people who don't understand football, it is a chess game. It is move and counter move.
Yeah.
And in the first half, we saw that both teams wanted to run the ball, so therefore both teams brought their linebackers up, squeeze that middle, and both teams had to make some adjustments.
Yeah, we talk about chess matches. We could come out here and say, hey, Atoka needs to throw the football. Antlers could be coming out saying, hey, they're going to throw the football, and then Atoka's going to run.
That's right.
You never
That's
know.
right.
And here's the run to start the first play of the third quarter, and it picks up positive yardage, short gain.
I'm surprised it made it that far. He ran right into his running back there. There was some miscommunication, but would they get 4 yards out of that?
Yeah, just about 4
I'll call that a win.
Yeah, if you can pick up 4 yards on any run, that's a pretty good play.
His running back ran right in front of him, and
I'll take 4 yards all day. 3 wide receivers set to the left. One man in motion now. That's Horton. And now we've got flags.
I think they got him to jump. Looks like an offsides, I think, on Antlers.
They do. It'll be 2nd down and 1.
They are.
And
They're moving it. Perfect.
So it'll be 2nd down and 1 here for the Wampus Cat offense as they are creeping up to that 50-yard line. The ball is spotted shy of the 45, right there at the 44. And you'll have Javen Keaton to the left side. You'll have 2 wide out to the right, and they're going to hand this one off to McCall up the middle, and enough for a Wampus Cat first down.
That's what we've seen from Wade all game long. Just puts his head down, finds a hole. He may not be the prettiest runner sometimes, but he gets the job done. I mentioned in the pregame, he's a guy I just like to watch play. He's a baller. He's just fun to watch.
Stout runner, an absolute monster in the weight room, too.
And he looks like he's just having fun out there. Always looks like he's having fun.
Smart kid. I've had him do a couple of interviews for me this season. He's done a phenomenal job. And they're going to put McCall in motion, and now we've got flags. I believe this one's going to go against the offense. And caught in the backfield. Either way you look at it, as a Wampus Cat offense, you're going to probably lose yardage on this play.
That flag was thrown the second the ball was snapped, so I'm not sure what that is going to be. It's not a good. I don't think it's going to be a hold or a block in the back. Illegal motion?
Yep. That's what I was thinking whenever McCall shifted sides and the ball was snapped. He had not set. And so Atoka will.
Sorry, I got a little distracted with the flag and kind of lost track of the play. I guess it doesn't really matter since the play doesn't count.
Either way, it is a loss. I'll tell you what, number 78, Braylon Granger. That is a big kid. Big kid there on that offensive line for the Wampus Cats.
He's a big boy, isn't he? To give his stats.
Big. That's his stat. just a monster.
Another great run by Wade. Just a tough run. Not a ton of yards there. Got about 5 yards.
Seriously, you see how big Braylon is. He's just a freshman.
There's a middle schooler coming up about his size.
I saw that.
There's a middle schooler.
He's an 8th grader, 7th grader.
Yeah, 7th grader. Let me tell you, that's what I'm saying. Give about Atoka's about 2 years away, I think, from a breakout year.
9:47 remaining on the clock here in the third quarter. It is 2nd down and 10. So the Wampus Cats not staring down the barrel just yet on this offensive possession as they've got the ball shy of that 50-yard line. Here's the shotgun, 3 wide receiver, 1 man in motion as Horton moves from right to left and another illegal motion.
Are you sure? I think it was offside, wasn't it?
Was it offsides?
The ball wasn't snapped.
Yeah, I believe 70 might have jumped off if that's the case.
False start. I thought they got him. I thought they got Antlers to jump. No. We're kind of going this back and forth here with penalties, huh?
Yeah, the first half. We just saw a couple of penalties, and now already here in the first drive of the third quarter.
Yeah.
There's 2 penalties. So 2nd down and 15. Looking to pass. Looks left, rolls right, keeps the football, passes the original line of scrimmage and gets out of bounds, picks up positive yardage, nice yardage. This is 10-yard or more pickup, and I think it's going to be 3rd down and about 4.
His best decision there was not to throw it. That was terrific. He made 2 throws earlier in the games that got intercepted. He probably shouldn't have thrown. So good for him. Good for him. That was a great decision. Got about 7 yards out of that. That was perfect.
Well, he got more than that because it was 15.
Oh, that's right. It was 15.
So it's now a 12-yard pickup, 3rd down and 3. That's a big change there as you're looking down 2nd and 15.
And it got him on the opponent's side of the field.
So shotgun once again, and Richie is going to hold on to this one. The defense swarming in the backfield, and he's dropped at the original line of scrimmage.
I am not sure what he was doing on that run. Did you see him grab the ball, look at the line, almost like he was waiting for a hole to open up? I'm not sure.
He was waiting for a blocker, but there was nobody there to the left side, so I don't know if maybe it was miscommunication.
I don't know, but that's not like we've seen him run tonight. Every run I've seen him make, he takes the ball and goes.
And it's 4th down and 9. They say they're going to go for it right here, so we'll see if they actually do it. As you've got 2 wide receivers lined up to the right. Nobody's set back for Antlers special teams or defensive unit, and now a timeout called by Antlers. So with that, we'll take a quick timeout. 20-9 is still our score. We do have 8:23 still remaining in the third here on KHKC 102.1 FM, The Brand.
Amir State Bank has been serving southeastern Oklahoma and North Texas for over 100 years. All of our products and services are available both online and in person, serving you in a friendly and professional atmosphere. At Amir State Bank, you're more than a customer. You're a neighbor and a friend. From checking accounts to real estate loans, we've got you covered. We have 5 locations to serve you in Atoka, Antlers, Hugo, Tishomingo, and Sherman, Texas. Call, come by, or visit our website today at ameristatebank.com. Amir State Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
I can't believe how much business we're getting with the new sign we put up front. Game days are awesome. What's better than a lifelike sign of your favorite player? Wow, those decals on your ride are sweet. Where'd you get them? These are conversations you could be having when you choose Black Hawk Signs. Signs, banner service, screen printing, embroidery, decals, all at a price you can't dismiss. Professional or just because. Black Hawk Signs, a proud supporter of Atoka Athletics.
And Atoka's going to punt this one away, so a little trickery there. The ball goes all the way to the 10-yard line. That is a great punt.
And that was a good decision. He was looking at a 4th and 10 on their own side of the field. They did a little pooch punt, lined up in the shotgun formation, ended up kicking it, got a nice roll right down to the 10. So good position for the Wampus Cat defense.
One more time. as this is the question. Okay, here's the block, and it looked like McCall was coming off of the block right here, and then the defense. I think that was just a broken play there by the offensive line.
All right, just a run off the left side through the guard tackle gap for about 5 yards. The announcer says 6. We'll go with that.
20-9 the score. Antlers with the football. They're by far not their worst field position of the day, as they had a safety at the beginning of that first quarter. They're from the 5-yard line. They started this drive off at the 10. It's 2nd down and 5. And here comes the offense. They're going to hand this one off. And a little misdirection. Big run. That's a huge chunk play. And getting into the secondary, the second level, was number 22 of the offense, Keaton Barrett.
Okay, you know what I saw there for the first time? And it's early in the third quarter, I know. I saw a little fatigue. I saw that Wampus Cats not as quick to the ball. That was not a sweep, but yet it wasn't up the gut either. That was just off the tackle. And the defense was just slow getting there.
And so a big first down push and a chunk play. That's something Antlers is going to need to carry this lead through. And now another nice run for a positive gain and 5 yards as it brings up 2nd down.
All right, that's a couple plays in the row now that they're taking it more outside than up the middle. They're seeing something out there on the left side they like.
And they saw that towards the end of the first half.
Yeah, there's something out there that Antlers is liking. They're finding the weak spot and punching it.
So 2nd down and about 5 is what they call it on the board, as Antlers comes out in that pistol set, hand off, and now crunch up the middle, big run up the gut by Copeland. Chunk yardage once again past the 50-yard line down to about the 37, and that is a huge play to get into plus territory.
He almost pulled that ball out. Did you see that? Oh, my goodness. Someone had a hand on that ball, and I thought it was going to come out. Man, that was nice job by that runner holding on to that ball, because someone had it with 2 hands trying to yank that ball out of there. But, yeah, nice run.
Either way, another play over 20 yards here on this offensive possession. Antlers moving the football well. Bobbled snap and throws to the outside, and it is caught by Kaiser Mullins. We haven't seen the ball in his hands outside of that interception in the first half.
Well, frankly, they haven't needed him. They haven't needed to try to throw. But I'm surprised they haven't got the, we've talked about it, getting the ball in the hands of your playmakers.
And so we'll have 2nd down and 6. Antlers coming out very strong. We're set up in zone coverage over here, and a screenplay, a little bubble out to the outside, and only had one man to beat and was able to pick up the first down.
2 missed tackles out there. 2 missed tackles. A swing pass to the left side. You had your defense, your linebacker, and your cornerback both miss.
Well, you're running soft zone there, too. You had 2 defensive backs to the right side with 3 wide receivers set out. Hard to get those arm tackles.
There's that left side again.
Now run up the left side. Quarterback keeps it in a big run, and that's another first down.
There is something on that left side that they are exploiting. I'm not sure what that is, if they're pinning that defensive end in or the linebacker in, but they are getting some big runs on that left side.
You hear the PA guy?
Rubbing it in a little bit.
I don't typically like it, but I like that for whatever reason.
He's got some personality.
Yeah, he's got it.
All right, first down
run. A handoff up the middle, and
I don't see a signal.
I don't either. This is the part of the field where we will just have to go by what the refs say.
You know what else is impressive tonight? We haven't talked about it at all. There's quite a turnout here. These stands are just about full.
And even on the Atoka side. Look at the Atoka side over there.
Now, granted, there's not much of a bleachers over there for the visiting team, but still they're full.
Still a big turnout.
Yeah, a big turnout.
They got fans lined up against the fence line areas.
Yeah.
The stands here are filled on the Antlers side. And
with it being Halloween, I'm a little surprised. So
I
it's
know.
great to see all these people out watching some high school football.
We saw a lot of costumes early on, and a lot of those costumes I think are covered up by jackets now.
Yeah.
So here is the quarterback keeper. No, it's Brian Copeland, and Copeland will get in for another Antlers touchdown. Boy.
Yeah, that one hurt a little bit. Yeah, Atoka's this next drive for Atoka is going to mean a lot. If they're going to make it back in this football game, they got to start with this next drive.
Big drive. Started from the 10-yard line. They drove 90 yards on only 8 plays and were able to score a touchdown. So 26-9 is the score. Looking to go for a 2-point conversion here as Copeland will run up the middle and another strong run. Did he get in?
Yeah, he did, I'm sure.
And he got in.
Yeah.
28-9. Atoka trails here with 4:06 remaining in the third. We'll be right back.
At D&H Tires, all they do is rims and tires. That means when you buy from D&H, you're getting the best deal from experts that know. Cars, trucks, SUVs, even ag equipment. If it needs rubber to roll, then you need D&H Tires. The best deals on tires and rims in Atoka and Cole County. So hurry into D&H Tires, 309 South Mississippi in Atoka, and follow D&H Tire on Facebook for their ever-changing specials. D&H Tires, tires for everyone's budget.
Downtown Atoka just got a little bit cooler. Welcome to the barber shop. We're talking crisp fades, sharp cuts, and hot towel shaves that just hit different. Need a break? Grab a seat and enjoy a complimentary beverage while you relax. For men, for women, for anyone who wants to look fresh. This is your spot. The barber shop, downtown Atoka. Now that's cuts served neat.
Welcome back to Antlers. 28-9 is the score, and Antlers will kick this one off short, low, and down at about the 35-yard line. I think that was Brooks falling on top of it. Yes, it was.
You know, that is twice now they've tried that little pooch kick, and it's almost worked both times.
And Atoka will come out with good field position, but trailing 28-9 right now. And listen, if you're that Wampus Cat offense right now, what are you trying to do here on this possession?
Well, we are 4 minutes left in the third. Time is becoming a factor when you're down by 19 points. So they've got to move the ball. They need a big play. I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but I'm calling Malachi Brooks to do something. They need to get the ball in his hands for at least a play.
I don't even see Malachi Brooks on the field at the current moment either. They're looking to go deep
there we go.
Down the middle of the field. This is for Javen Keaton, and just out past the extended arms and incomplete.
That was almost that big play right there. Man, another 6 inches. And it was a good throw. At least he threw it where only the receiver could get it. That ball was not possible to intercept. So that was, in that aspect, it was a good throw.
I like the thought process.
I do too. They need to do it. Down by 19, they got it. They need a spark. They need something.
See if they shorten up some of these pass plays as the defensive line starting to creep in. The ball is on the ground. McCall picks it up. He'll take it right side of the field and picks up maybe one on the play.
Yeah, that was a weird-looking play. Quarterback dropped it while it was on the ground. Wade ran over, and it looked like they were both trying to pick it up for a second, but Wade won the battle and managed to get a yard or so.
As the temperature starts to drop, those fingers start to get cold there, and makes passing a lot harder, especially at night. And
catching.
Atoka set up with 3rd down and 9, looking to throw, and here the defense giving a little bit of space. Probably the best pocket Richie has had. Now he takes off running left side towards the painted numbers of the 50, and that's going to be enough for a Wampus Cat first down.
It's going to be very close. Yep, they gave it to him. Good. Now, that one I was a little surprised. He's made good decisions tonight of not throwing, but he had time. His feet got a little happy back there, and I think his inner clock was telling him to run, but he had another second or two.
Well, when Antlers has been in the backfield for the majority of that first half, too, it makes it tough to come out to the second half and have that trust, especially with your back turned. And with that, he's still able to pick up a first down. So 1st down and 10 here with 2:48 remaining in the 3rd. Looking to throw once again, goes deep down the field over the extended arms of Malachi Brooks, who is back in at the wide receiver position.
Glad they're going for him. I'm glad to see it. Because I'm not sure in the open field if anybody can keep up with Malachi. Didn't he win a state title last year in long jump?
Yes.
Was it long jump?
I believe
high jump. Was it high jump?
Well, I think he won it in long jump.
Allison, our wonderful camera woman over here, is telling us high jump. Is that what it was?
High jump?
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't give Allison enough credit. You ever spotlighted her on here?
Unfortunately, a few times. She's been in my broadcast more than she actually knows. Here is the run by Richie again, and that's
face mask. There you go.
All over the place. Picks up the first down. It's not going to matter. He's going to get an additional 15 yards.
You know what? He was faced away from us, and we both saw it. I think everybody in the stadium saw that.
You hear all the fans in the stands go,
ooh. Yeah. I don't think it was intentional, but just in the effort of tackling, his hand came across his face mask and whipped his head a little bit. So, anyway, 15-yarder. Plus the run, so that's about a 25-yard difference.
Steve Welch, the head of the video department there at Atoka, does a great job with the podcast and things of that nature. And we were talking about Allison just a few minutes ago, but I've put her on from that podcast more times than she probably actually knows in the broadcast. And so every time she gets on the mic, she's always like, I don't want to be on air. I'm like, well, you've already been on air probably 6 times.
Oh, you have her talk? Oh.
So
the look on her face right now.
Yeah, she just doesn't know. First down and 10 here for the offense as the Wampus Cats looking to throw. Richie rolls left, flags on the field. This one may be coming back as Richie passes the 20-yard line and goes out of bounds. Let's see where these flags come from.
I didn't see it, but it is a great hold flag, meaning that's where it would be thrown in the area of a hold.
And they were throwing on that right side of that offensive line.
Away from the quarterback,
I think this one's going to go against number 75 of the offensive line.
He's got his head down out there, too. I think he knows it. Yeah, there it is, hold.
So a great play taken away. And listen, we've said this multiple times on several different broadcasts. You can call holding on every single play. But if you're going to do it away from the field judge right there.
Well, on that particular play, he was on the quarterback's blind side. So he might have been protecting his quarterback a little bit there. So sometimes you never know the outcome. So,
and here's the handoff. McCall punches it right side and is stuffed. Nowhere to go.
Did he get back to the line of scrimmage?
Injured player for the Wampus Cats, Parker Beck, on that next play, and he gets up. So I don't think he's trotting off the field. And now it's, 2nd down and 20. Minute 23 remaining here in the 3rd. Atoka in plus territory, but still a long ways to go for that first down inside that 20-yard line. Shotgun as the line shifts. Looks like it's going to be a heavy run to the left. And no, Richie turns right, cuts upfield, close to a first down by a couple of yards. And that definitely
they were so far behind the sticks there, yeah.
Not the first down, I'm sorry, to the line of scrimmage.
The original line of scrimmage, yes.
It was a good pickup, but again, it's going to bring up
that was
a
an
long
interesting
third down.
play. They shifted everybody over to the left, everyone blocked to the left, and Richie cut back to the right. That was a good play.
Yeah, you're really looking to have that defensive back shift over to that side.
Everything about that play said left, and he went right. That was a good call.
2 wide receivers set left, 1 to the right now here for this offense. The ball is bobbled. It's on the ground. Does Antlers come up with it? We're waiting on the
Doesn't look like
white
it.
hat signal.
They're signaling 4th down. So
boy, that's close.
Okay, so we have seen Antlers drop the ball twice on a snap, and now we've seen Atoka drop the ball twice. I wonder if that ball's getting cold and hard out there because
the temperature is dropping in Antlers.
And that's just in this quarter. We've seen both teams do it.
Including the football and the 4th quarter now coming up here on KHKC 102.1. Our score is 28-9. Antlers on top and at home. Can the Wampus Cats make something happen here in the 4th quarter? We'll find out when we return here on KHKC 102.1 FM.
In a world full of possibilities and firsts, you need neighbors in your corner, experts who have your back, and a cheering section to keep you going. That's why we're here. For 100 years and counting, we've been the first bank of dreaming big and the first bank of what's next. At First Bank, we believe that anything's possible, and we're here to help you believe it too. First Bank, here for possibilities.
This is Eric Studeville inviting you to buy the Studeville way.
Whether you're looking for open roads
or you like them built tough,
there is only one way to buy your vehicle.
And that's the Studeville way.
Studeville Chevrolet, 851 Westside Drive in Durant, and StudevilleChevrolet.com.
And Studeville Ford, 1601 South Mississippi in Atoka, and StudevilleFord.net.
The Studeville family of dealerships,
proudly serving you and your communities.
4th quarter coming up here on KHKC 102.1 FM, and our score 28-9. The Wampus Cats trail here in Antlers. This is a big game. Atoka not only needing the win, but needing the points. And it will definitely be a factor here in this 4th quarter. Atoka needs a big offensive possession, and it starts right here on 4th and 15. Here's the throw. Looking to go down the middle of the field. It is dropped out of the hands of Javen Keaton, who had it in the breadbasket and drops it on 4th down. And now Antlers will take over with great field position to start here on this drive.
Do you think that ball was tipped? It might have been tipped before it got to him. I'm not sure. I want to give him the benefit of the doubt, but it might have. But that was a killer right there. We got 11:55 to go, down by 19.
Javen Keaton usually pretty sure hands with the football and dropped it. And again, the cold weather. You've been playing in 75-degree weather all year long. I mean, typically by game 5, you're looking at cold weather like this, and we're pretty much done with the season, and we're just now getting into the cold weather. So it does play a little bit of a factor.
I'm sure it does.
And here is the pistol set and a handoff to the running back, right or left side of the field, and punching his way. Strong run that time for number 22 of the offense, Keaton Barrick. And they pick up a good positive run play.
Another sweep to the left. There it is. Again, they've just been, after halftime, they have just been exposing that left side. I'm not sure what they found. Now, that wasn't as big as some of the other runs, but they just keep going back to that well.
Yes, Antlers has run the football well with Copeland, with Merrick, and their quarterback. And speaking of quarterback, this one's going to be a keeper. Right side, and a nice save there on that tackle. That was number 27 of the defense that initiated the contact, Brody Kynyard, but that was enough for an Antlers first down.
Let me tell you, I got to give that coaching staff some credit. I'm not sure who called that, but if you notice, what did he do? He faked that sweep to the left, a fake pitch. Quarterback took the ball, ran it to the right, and there was nobody there. Fortunately, those linebackers were able to recover quickly and get back and keep the gain to a minimum. It was a well-called play.
So first down and 10 with 10:48 remaining on the clock for tonight's game. Antlers on top with the football, and they are inching their way to plus territory, and the ball is on the ground as Antlers will pick it up and lose yardage.
What a bounce. That ball was in his hands. It fell out and it hit the ground and bounced right back up in his hands. That ball could have bounced a million different directions, but it decided to bounce straight up. What a tough break for Atoka there.
I'm telling you. And either way, it's second down and a loss of 3. Halloween night, man. Did you dress up for Halloween?
This year, no.
Not at all?
I'm not much of a lot of times I dress as a zookeeper, but that's kind of my day job, too.
I dressed up as an exhausted father. That was my outfit this afternoon.
Yeah, I usually have this safari hat that I wear, day to day, but I can't wear it with these headphones on.
You should let me borrow the safari hat. Here's the handoff. And Copeland caught in the backfield up to the painted number of the 40 down to about the 45. So takes a play that was going to lose yardage and picks up a couple.
There was a mix-up back there again. He turned around, both backs were there. I'm not sure if they were both expecting to get the ball, but he bounced into one and ended up handing it off to another. And they still got positive yards out of that, and they probably should have lost 3 yards.
If you're watching on our YouTube channel, Wampus Cats Atoka, your video presentation is brought to you by Studeville Ford of Atoka. Big shout out to them. And Atoka right now sitting with a 3rd down and 8 defensively as the Antlers Bearcats are trying their hardest right now to get this first down because it will definitely put Atoka in a bad position. And now a big pickup for Merrick.
Just short.
And you're talking about a 4th down and short here. And if you're Antlers in plus territory with a 28-9 lead, you're probably going to go for it.
Yeah, and that's not like Atoka's really stopped him. I always hate to say this is the play of the game, but we may be past that point. But I think if Atoka really wants a chance to get back into this, they have got to make this stop. If I'm Antlers, I'm probably kicking it. You've only given up 1 touchdown. Why not let your defense?
I think the key in this second half for Antlers has been those chunk plays and their abilities on 3rd down. And right here, a big 4th down play, and looks like almost a busted play turned into a huge run.
Missed tackle.
All the way up to the 40, 30, 20, 15, and out of bounds. That was another chunk play that we've talked about. And Antlers, not only with the first down, they're officially in the red zone.
How many times tonight have we seen a broken play and that running back cut back against the grain? How many times have we seen that tonight? 4 or 5 times?
More than we want to count.
Oh, that play was originally going to the left. Everybody went to the left, including every defensive player. Oh, who was that? The quarterback? I didn't even notice.
That was number 13.
He made
Ethan
a
Williams, the
step
quarterback.
to his right, headed to the right side of the field, and there was nobody there. Turned that into a 40-yard gain.
And the ball is going to be placed near the 12-yard line. First down and 10 inside the red zone once again. 28-9 is the score, and Antlers the chance to really just put this one away.
Did we just hear the siren on the clock?
I think we did. It always.
I was a little confused there.
Always scares me.
Sounds like almost a police siren. Is that why?
Yeah.
That's why it scares you?
Yeah, troubled youth. Troubled youth. Say the least.
We don't need to go on into that on the radio, sir. Okay.
I did make a Facebook post a few days ago bragging about it's been 5,413 days since I made jailbirds.
And when do you get that ankle monitor off?
A couple more weeks.
All right, second down.
Here's the handoff up the middle and another big run by the big man, Ben Copeland. He has been fantastic running the football tonight. A very strong runner and gives another 6 points here. This Antlers offense that should put this game away.
Yeah. Gangly, he's deceptively fast. You kind of watch him, and again, he looks kind of tall and gangly, but he's slippery. Great running. I have nothing but good things to say. Looks like we got a man down out there.
We do have a player down on the field at the current moment. 34-9 is our score. We will step aside as they attend to the injured player here on KHKC 102.1 FM.
Ritter Express Pharmacy in Atoka has been serving as your local hometown team. Since 1972, the Ritter family has been dedicated to your health and well-being. Now with the 3rd generations in pharmacy school and medical school, they are continuing to strive to bring the latest in healthcare innovation to our community. They understand life is busy and have 2 convenient drive-through windows and are well known for their fast and friendly service. Ritter Express Pharmacy is very appreciative of the support of the community over the last 50 years and will continue to work hard and evolve to earn your business. If you need free delivery, a vaccination, a wheelchair, a brace, specialty compounding, a unique request, or just good medical advice you can trust from people that care and are invested in the community, then Ritter Express Pharmacy has you covered. Choose Ritter Express Pharmacy. Experience the personalized care you deserve. Ritter Express Pharmacy is your trusted partner in health.
There I am, late for dinner, hair's frizzing, when my car decides it's auditioning for Fast and the Not So Furious. But then I dial 364-4813 for Hatter Boys Wrecker Service. Rescue squad arrives, big smiles, and prices that don't require a credit card meltdown. They handle lockouts, flat tires, pullouts, you name it. Basically roadside superheroes minus the capes. So if your car's acting dramatic, call 364-4813, Hatter Boys Wrecker Service. They can't fix my hair, but they make towing my vehicle way less dramatic.
This is Eric Studeville, inviting you to buy the Studeville way.
Whether you're looking for open roads
or you like them built tough,
there is only one way to buy your vehicle.
And that's the Studeville way.
Studeville Chevrolet, 851 West Side Drive in Durant, and StudevilleChevrolet.com.
And Studeville Ford, 1601 South Mississippi in Atoka, and StudevilleFord.net.
The Studeville family of dealerships,
proudly serving you and your communities.
Family Health Center of Southern Oklahoma has some exciting news. Opening this fall, the new location at 457 South Mississippi Avenue in Atoka will open. This large, modern health center will be able to provide comprehensive health care complete with an in-house discount pharmacy, serving all patients, regardless of their ability to pay. Same-day appointments available, accepting insured and non-insured patients alike. Open Monday through Thursday from 7:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Fridays 7:30 to 11:30 a.m. For more information, visit the current location at 1556 South Virginia Avenue. Family Health Center of Southern Oklahoma. The right team making a difference.
Need your lane cleared, leveled, or loaded up? Call CMAC Dirtwork Gravel Trucking and Land Management. They haul gravel, sand, filled dirt, fast and reliable, from dozer work to track hoeing and skid steer services. They've got the heavy equipment and know how to get the job done right. Call 239-2026 today. That's 239-2026. CMAC Dirtwork, digging in so you don't have to. CMAX is a proud sponsor of Atoka Wampus Cat Athletics.
45% of
Welcome back into KHKC 102.1 FM after the injured player down. We didn't see who that was for the Antlers Bearcats, but play will resume here. We've got 7:22 remaining in the game. Antlers just scored on a touchdown, and it is pretty much a game winner on that last drive, I would assume, here with the amount of time that we have in what we've seen right now. Michael Gabbard, Ryan Kruger on the call tonight for Atoka Wampus Cat football, and a 2-point conversion up next here for the Bearcats. And here is the handoff, left side, uncontested, and in for 2. So 36-9 is our score, and outside of that one possession for the Wampus Cats going into halftime, they have struggled here in the second half to find opportunities to put this game into reach. And right now, with a 36-9 lead for Antlers and 7:22 remaining on the clock, is there a chance for Atoka in this game?
Oh, well, there's always a chance, but I think what I've seen the last 15, 20 minutes, I have seen a change in this Atoka team. And I'm not sure, I mentioned fatigue earlier, but sometimes when you're defeated, it shows. Does that make sense? And I'm not sure what I'm seeing out there, but I'm not seeing the intensity. I'm not seeing the tackling. I'm not seeing the hustle. And again, I'm not sure. Could be just fatigue. I don't know, but.
Again, cold weather could be a factor in
absolutely.
that. this is a huge drive for Atoka. They've got to figure out a way to generate points on this possession, and they've got to do it quick. So here is the kick by Antlers with 7:22 still remaining, 36-9 the score. And the kick is up. It is short. It is caught. No, it's bobbled and downed at about the 32-yard line. So decent field position to start.
Antlers, folks, if you haven't been watching the game, you've just been listening, Antlers all night long, they kick these, I wouldn't call it a pooch kick, but it's a low line drive that only goes about 20, 25 yards, skips across the ground. And our Atoka players have had a hard time handling. It's amazing they have not fumbled one tonight.
Well, and we've talked about the turnovers there in the first half being a big reason that put up 14 points in this game for the Antlers offense. But the other side of this is those big chunk plays that Antlers has been able to, 20-plus yards, 6 of those for Antlers tonight, only 1 for Atoka.
And we didn't see any of those in the first half. They've all been in the second half. And again, I don't know if that, again, from fatigue, the weather, I don't know, but something has changed a little bit in this Atoka demeanor this second half.
Fourth quarter is where it matters, and Richie dragged down in the backfield, and that's going to be a huge loss for this Wampus Cat offense.
He really wanted to throw that ball. He rolled out to his left. He was looking for Malachi downfield, and one of those linemen just caught up, just got his feet. What'd they lose, about 15 yards?
You got to give credit to this Antlers defense, too. They have
been
lights out.
Well.
They are a physical bunch. They have been physical up front all night long. They've got a lot of size there inside, and it is shown here tonight as Richie has really struggled to find room to throw the football.
And I give this Antlers defense some credit. They have just made adjustments.
Looking to pass, keeps it, and is met after a positive gain on the play. Picks up roughly 8 yards.
Yeah, almost back to the original line of scrimmage.
Still a third down and long situation here for the Wampus Cats, and you've got 6:09 remaining. You do have 3 timeouts, but again, you're currently trailing big here. You've got to generate something quick, and you've got to get the ball back.
I'd like to see Atoka put some points on the board before this game's over. I think you still got to play like you're gonna score.
And here is the pass down the middle. It is caught.
Carroll.
And positive yardage, about 6 yards on the play out to McCall, and it'll bring up 4th down.
You know, we've talked about playmakers tonight. How many times have we seen Malachi Brooks get the ball tonight? Just the one time? Just the one time on the swing? Yeah. I'm a little perplexed. They haven't tried to get the ball in his arms tonight, but there could obviously be more to things than we know.
So here's shotgun, 5:16, clock still running, low pass, and is it caught? Did they wave it off? I think they did.
That was 4th down.
Either way, it was still short of the first down marker. And so a turnover, and Antlers will get the football back. Now, if you're Antlers, do you take one more shot to kind of bad blood, or do you take a shot to just kind of make sure this game is put away, or do you just run some clock?
I think you probably just run the ball up the middle. If you get a first down or more, you get it. But I don't think you need to go for a jugular shot or a kill shot. You've already done that. I think you just, at this point, try to wind the clock down and get the game over with.
So a huge turnover for the Wampus Cat offense. Antlers will take over, 5:13 remaining. There's the run. Copeland is met in the backfield, and a nice defensive stand and tackle by the big man, number 54, Chris Finley.
And that's exactly what they did. They just ran the ball up the middle. They didn't try any fakes, anything like that, no trickery. They're just going to run it up the middle. That's what I expect them to do.
Second down and 12 will be the call here for the Antlers Bearcats. And they'll hand it off right side off tackle, and we got flags. That might be a face mask.
Yeah, we haven't seen many. Remember at the beginning of the half, there was some offsides and false starts things going on, but we haven't seen a penalty in a while. We haven't seen a penalty for about a quarter and a half.
Personal foul against the offense. Oh, they call a hold.
And that was smart to decline it. They lost yards on the play. Atoka doesn't want to give them another play to run the clock down, so.
Third down and 12.
And that so far, Antlers has done exactly what I expected him to do on this drive.
Looking to throw. Quarterback keeps it, runs, has space, gets up to the 25 and downed shy of the 20-yard line. It is enough for a first down and more for this just explosive running offense of Antlers tonight.
Yeah, that quarterback is something else. He's had a great night. I'll be curious to see what his stat line is when it comes to throwing or running tonight because, again, he's made great choices of not throwing the ball.
Again,
that did just great choices.
We talked to the officials for Antlers prior to the game tonight, and they said that Antlers was struggling to find their identity, and I think they found an identity tonight here against the Wampus Cats running the football. Looking to throw this one deep into the corner, and it is incomplete. Good defensive breakup.
I was just talking about good decisions. That was not a good decision. He was clearly double-teamed. Lucky that ball wasn't intercepted, but it was in the back of the end zone. Got a 25-point lead with 3.5 minutes left. It was pretty safe, I suppose. But
tell you what, Kaiser Mullins, though, put on some size this year.
What year is he? What year is Kaiser?
He's a senior.
He's a senior?
He's a senior. Great kid, too. 3:42 remaining. Second down and 10. And brought down near the original line of scrimmage. Little scuffle going there.
Let me tell you, when you're trying to take time off the clock, you tell your running backs, do not go out of bounds.
Don't go out of bounds.
He ran right out of bounds.
Then again, do you run a sweep play in that situation either? So,
yeah.
you can't put all of it on the running back. Third down and 10.
I'm kind of surprised they're not doing a running clock here.
I am too, actually. Both coaches have to agree on that. But technically, the home team getting the final say. And here
look at that hole.
Is a pass. He's going to fake like he's going to throw and then run, but we've got flags. He does run in for a touchdown, but I think this one's coming back.
A block in the back or a hold. I'm not sure which one it was, but the ref was right there. Sometimes it's fun when the announcer of the game's got a little personality up there.
The P8 guy go, uh-oh.
Yeah, uh-oh, there's a flag. Yeah, and they're bringing it back.
I do want to give a thank you to Antlers Public Schools. Even though we are out in the stands tonight, they always make sure that we are taken care of.
Yeah, they didn't charge me to get in.
They didn't charge you to get in. They gave us power. And, of course, to Payne Media, that's always helpful. Will Payne and his crews, Ty. And
the crowd has been great. We're sitting right in the middle of the stands here, and everyone's been nice.
Will Payne, the Oklahoma Association of Broadcasters president, state of Oklahoma. And his crew always extremely helpful. 3:15 remaining in the game, 36-9. Antlers will run away with this one. What does that look like for districts? Not so good if you're the Wampus Cats, as you don't win this one. Your chances of getting into the playoffs are.
Did this eliminate them?
Pretty much.
Will this eliminate them with
yes.
the loss? Yeah. Well, what we got next week? We got Henrietta, I believe, next week. Yep.
You can play spoiler for Henrietta.
Yeah. Well, what this team is young. We haven't talked a whole lot about that tonight, about all the freshmen that are on this team. So, man, this is all about player development. I've said it a couple times tonight. I believe Atoka is 2 years away. 2 years away from a breakout season.
We got a timeout called, 2:39 remaining. We will take one more timeout here. It is KHKC 102.1 FM. The Brand will be right back.
Since 1971, Westside Family Dentistry has been committed to enhancing the natural beauty and function of your smile while improving your oral and overall health. Using state-of-the-art technology, our friendly staff will take care of all your needs, from routine care, crown and bridge, implants, and even orthodontics, including Invisalign. Westside Family Dentistry is the premier choice to create beautiful, healthy smiles for the whole family.
A community bank is far more than just a bank that offers the services such as online and mobile banking, mobile deposit, and loans that fit your needs. A community bank invests in the community it serves. Your phone call will be answered by local people you already know and will make you feel welcome by greeting you as you enter the lobby. At Shamrock Bank, we effectively combine convenient banking technology with people you know and trust. It really is the people that make the difference. At Shamrock Bank, you are more than a customer, and we are more than a bank. Shamrock Bank, member FDIC.
Welcome back into KHKC 102. I can't even keep a straight face now. We were giving Allison a hard time here tonight. As it is 36-9. Antlers.
They got a new quarterback in, don't they?
Yeah, they have brought in the second, which is interesting because they hadn't brought in the second team units yet. They've been running those first team units here with a 36-9 lead.
Poor guy comes in for one play, gets hurt. He's limping out. Poor guy.
Yeah. And
who is that?
234. It looks look like their starting quarterback.
Is that number 12, 13?
I think he got the wind knocked out of him. He's holding his chest a little bit. Not to speculate, just an observation. Given a
they're putting in all the secondaries now. They're all going in. All right, Atoka, this is your opportunity. Put some points on the board.
Handoff and stuffed there. McCall does pick up some positive yardage.
I don't think there's anybody that's more sore on a Saturday than Wade McCall, man.
I'm telling you.
Between offense and defense, boy, that young man can take a punishing and give one at the same time.
Takes a lot of hits. And as we look at some of the 2A2 scores across Oklahoma, Vian on top of Morris, currently 42-0. It shows still. Antlers again here in Atoka, 36-9. One of the other games, Colgate trailing big in the fourth, 34-7 against Dibble. Tishomingo trails against Begg at Tishomingo, 34-19. And Valiant on top of Wilburton, 30-0, as Wilburton has not scored in that game. That's surprising, and it looks like Valiant and Vian will sit there in the same position they started this week at 1 and 2 in the district. I mean, those two are separated by 2 points and just need 3 points. You just got to play one close game against an opponent to lose your number one spot in district play. And so both of those teams have been fire all year long. Henrietta on top of Spiro, 40-0. And Comanche trails 44-21 in the final on that one, which was a comeback because Comanche trailed by 30 in that game at 1 point. So with that, 1:52 remaining. Atoka with the football, looking to throw deep down the field. It is in and out of the hands, off the chest, and incomplete. Brock Smith on the drop.
You know, sometimes it's those little things that separate the good teams from the really good teams. That was a great pass, right off the chest pads. Just 10-yard pass, wide open. Got to make that catch.
Clock stops. 2nd down and 10. Shotgun, handoff. McCall. Jukes picks up some positive yardage before being down. It's not enough for a first down, as it will bring up 3rd down and about 6. Boy, that temperature has really dropped here tonight.
Yeah, while you were quoting the game scores, there was a personal foul on Antlers, which gave Atoka about a 15-yard gain. So they're on the Antlers 45 now, so they're moving. They got a chance to put some points on the board before this game's over.
They got 3 timeouts still, and the clock is continuing to tick. as Ritchie will keep it up the middle and punches his way close to the first down marker. Well, again, like I said, Atoka will lose this game tonight, but they can play spoiler for any chance Henrietta wants, as they have definitely met their points. So we won't see any changes in the first two. We'll see a change there at that number 3 spot. Antlers actually could move up to number 3 here tonight, which is crazy to think at 3-3 in the district. And I think that's what you will see.
Who ran that ball? Was that Ritchie? Hey, see how slow he got up on that one? He's had a long night, man. He's had a long night. He's played well. He's played well.
Antlers.
But, first time I've seen him slowly get up. Looks like they might have one more play. Let's see, about 10 seconds left.
Antlers will have a chance to be their own holder of districts, as we'll explain that coming up in just a second. A rollout play here by Ritchie, and that will end the game. Antlers will go on to win this one by a score of 36-9. We'll have our post-game coverage coming up in just a few moments here on KHKC 102.1 FM, and we'll talk about that district in just a few moments here on the brand.
Downtown Atoka just got a little bit cooler. Welcome to the barber shop. We're talking crisp fades, sharp cuts, and hot towel shaves that just hit different. Need a break? Grab a seat and enjoy a complimentary beverage while you relax. For men, for women, for anyone who wants to look fresh, this is your spot. The barber shop, downtown Atoka. Now that's cuts served neat.
We all plan to be on time, but fender benders, damaged windshields, and slick roads quickly disrupt those plans. At Shelter Insurance, our agents help design personal protection plans that work for you and help keep you on track. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Find the award-winning service you need with Logan Daniel in Atoka.
Since 1971, Westside Family Dentistry has been committed to enhancing the natural beauty and function of your smile while improving your oral and overall health. Using state-of-the-art technology, our friendly staff will take care of all your needs, from routine care, crown and bridge, implants, and even orthodontics, including Invisalign. Westside Family Dentistry is the premier choice to create beautiful, healthy smiles for the whole family.
A community bank is far more than just a bank that offers the services such as online and mobile banking, mobile deposit, and loans that fit your needs. A community bank invests in the community it serves. Your phone call will be answered by local people you already know and will make you feel welcome by greeting you as you enter the lobby. At Shamrock Bank, we effectively combine convenient banking technology with people you know and trust. It really is the people that make the difference. At Shamrock Bank, you are more than a customer, and we are more than a bank. Shamrock Bank, member FDIC.
Ritter Express Pharmacy in Atoka has been serving as your local hometown team. Since 1972, the Ritter family has been dedicated to your health and well-being. Now with the third generations in pharmacy school and medical school, they are continuing to strive to bring the latest in healthcare innovation to our community. They understand life is busy and have 2 convenient drive-through windows and are well known for their fast and friendly service. Ritter Express Pharmacy is very appreciative of the support of the community over the last 50 years and will continue to work hard and evolve to earn your business. If you need free delivery, a vaccination, a wheelchair, a brace, specialty compounding, a unique request, or just good medical advice you can trust from people that care and are invested in the community, then Ritter Express Pharmacy has you covered. Choose Ritter Express Pharmacy. Experience the personalized care you deserve. Ritter Express Pharmacy is your trusted partner in health.
Our final tonight, 36-9. The Wampus Cats go down in defeat on the road here in Antlers, as Antlers controls their own destiny through the rest of the season. They have a pretty easy game, you would think, coming up against Spiro next week. And if they can win out, they surely will be in the playoffs here in that number 4 spot. They won't have a chance to take that 3rd spot, as as Wolverton loses tonight, both teams will sit at 3-3, and there will be just a 2-point difference between those two. But you have a chance next week, if you're Antlers, to take that third spot if either Wolverton can lose or keep it close, and Antlers can pull out a big 15-point victory at least against Spyro. They have a chance to take that number 3 spot in the district. The team we just saw tonight has a chance to be number 3 in the district. That's pretty impressive.
Well, what I saw tonight, I saw one similarity between Atoka and Antlers tonight, and both teams were pretty one-dimensional. Neither one of them could really throw the ball with much effectiveness. And I look forward to seeing, we know that Antlers is probably going to the playoffs, and they need to develop a passing game, because if they can't pass, other teams are going to pin the ears back and come right at them.
Well, even at number 3, you're still going to get the number 1 team in another district when playoff time comes. So, again, it's a tough district. You got Vian, you've got Valiant, both teams undefeated through district play.
It's Oklahoma football, man.
I'm telling you, man.
It's Oklahoma football.
Hey, there's some good football around, especially in 2A and 3A, and we've got 2 of the best teams in class in this district. So congratulations to Antlers tonight. It was a big victory. Our post-game show brought to you by Lucinda Holland, Farmers Insurance. And as far as tonight goes, the struggle, again, it wasn't necessarily just turnovers, but we alluded to this earlier in the third, was those big chunk plays by this Antlers offense when it seemed like Atoka's defense was closing in. Antlers was somehow able to create big yardage plays and put themselves up into plus territory.
This was a tale of 2 halves for me. That first half, Atoka was 2 plays away from a 1-score ball game, maybe even the lead. Two turnovers. Second half, Antlers dominated on both sides of the ball. Atoka couldn't move the ball. They couldn't stop the ball. And again, don't know if it's fatigue. Don't know if it was morale. I don't know. But I'm looking forward to watching next week. They got a good shot at beating Henrietta, I believe, right? Good shot at beating Henrietta.
And you get them at home.
Yep, got them at home. Last game of the year. So the question is, that last game of the year, you're not going to the playoffs. Is it about winning? Is it about player development for next year? Is it about ending the year on a good note? What do you think there?
I think all of the above. I mean, when you get a chance to play spoiler, you're going to take it. Also, it's a sense of pride.
Yep.
A sense of pride. You end the season with a win. It carries over into the next year with a lot of those young players who are going to be coming into their sophomore seasons. And also for the seniors, it's going to be senior night at Atoka. So, listen, I know I'm a big gung-ho Atoka guy. I expect to see our crowd out on Friday night next week for senior night to support this senior team, which, again, one of the best senior classes I've been around in regards to mentality. They have really taken some punches this year, and they have held their heads high all season long. So what better way to show them out than to support them in that final
Be fun
day.
to see a good crowd next week. I agree. Yeah.
Again, our final tonight, 36-9. We do have to introduce our star of the game. And you know what? As the honoree here tonight, I'm going to give you the opportunity to announce who you would think would be your star of the game for the Atoka Wampus Cats tonight.
Well, I think you got 1 or 2 options, right? You got McCall or Richie. Both of those guys, I'd love to see their stats. I bet they're pretty equal. But I think I'm going to go ahead and go with McCall, just because of Richie's 2 interceptions. But both had an outstanding game, both offensively and defensively. There's obviously other players that made an impact tonight, but I just love watching McCall play.
You could go defense.
I just love watching that guy play.
You could go defense. They're on the defensive line, the pressure that Atoka was able to put on. But, yeah, I felt like, we haven't really said Richie's name in regards to star of the game a lot this year.
He could be.
And he's one of your best players out on the field.
He is.
I think the way he ran the football tonight gave your team more chances without him. And so.
Well, I want to give him a lot of credit in the second half because he made a lot better decisions. No turnovers. He made the decision not to throw a few times, which was the best decision to make. Honestly, I think his play was better in the second half. Yeah, I could go with him or McCall. Both those guys are fun to watch.
McCall played great on defense too. So
he did.
Why not go ahead and give him to him? I like your pick. That is our star of the game, Wade McCall. Congratulations. And as for the broadcast, we are done for the night. We will be back live on air for Friday Night Football as Henrietta comes to town in the final game of the season. Can Atoka play spoiler? And can Atoka win a big game at home on senior night? That will be the question next week.
I don't know, but I look forward to being there. And thanks for having me tonight, brother.
Absolutely.
Enjoyed it.
Ryan Kruger on the call tonight. By the way, I want to give a shout out. Okay, go out to Positively Wild. Your place is awesome.
Oh,
I've been there multiple times. It's cheap. It's fun for the whole family.
Do you know how hard it is when I know I got hundreds of thousands, maybe thousands of people listening, and me not mentioning that once?
I know. I was like,
don't mention it.
I was
don't
waiting
mention
for it at least by halftime. We were going to talk about it. You never did.
Nope.
So
stay in my lane. Stay in my lane.
It's an awesome place, and I've taken my kids multiple times. They love it. Go out, check them out if you get a chance, because they do a phenomenal job out there at Positively Wild.
Well, thanks for having us.
All right, it is a final of 36-9. We will see you next week here on KHKC 102.1 FM. Back to your normal broadcasting music here on The Brand.